Ooh, there it is. Hey, good morning, everybody. We are back. Salsa Parlor Morning Show back. The Thank you for tuning in. First, we want to say thank you to our not sponsors, which is Bangos and Babes Corner. If you come to a Salsa Parlor show, you could get a sandwich or a bag of chips because those guys rule. So if you're in the Lansing area, check out Babes Corner or the Bangos food truck. Look them up on Instagram. They're a lot of fun. They rule. Other than that, what's the Salsa Parlor morning show? You're going to figure it out. We got all kinds of fun things to talk about this week. Is it UFOs, UAPs, or UAFs? We don't know, but the government's going to tell us about aliens, and then real people who discover things that the government won't tell us are going to talk to us about Project Blue Beam. What is that? Well, figure it out. We got it. We got it. Something coming your way.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, very convinced.
I know. It's incredible. We'll get there. Love, cheating, and family. Jake Ford, resident psychology expert, is going to talk to us about what's weird about that. After that, we have Deathmatch. What? A Salsa Parlor edition of Who Could Kill Who in the House. That's going to be a fun mix-up. Weapons and no weapons. Start thinking now and, put together your own tier list. And we're going to end the show a little bit early with abortion talks and a block of cringe that talks about abortions. And that's about it. So anyways, I'm one of the resident jackasses here. My name's Lou Michael, and a very shocked eyes across the table as I said that last one. Who else we got?
This is Michigan comedy bad boy Trevor Tress.
Ooh.
Hey
Per
guys,
usual.
it's Elena, per usual.
What up? It's Michigan comedy good boy Jake Ford. I'm a good boy.
Back
I'm
at
a
it.
super nice
again.
boy. I bring flowers to people at shows. It's
Yeah?
nice.
Hey, great
It's
son.
nice.
Here's a petunia.
Yeah. I picked this myself. It was in my garden. Sweet boy.
It's hard as fuck.
Sweet boy Jake.
I'm just trying to riff up top, dude.
Say sweet boy Jake.
Sweet boy Jake.
All I could think about when you said you brought flowers to somebody is there was a comedian that lied about doing that once and then got called out. And it was such a ridiculous thing. But they're like, I brought flowers to you. And everybody's like, no, you didn't.
Where was that at?
It was a Grand Rapids thing years ago.
Sounds about right. Bunch of fucking liars, that town. The whole city's filled with fucking liars.
If it's all right, if it's a city, but that's a big if. But okay.
It's fake like Australia.
Yeah, well, that's been known for years. But what has been known for years to be true as fuck is aliens and UFOs. And it is currently January 5th, which means the Pentagon has one more day to... Or January, July, June, whatever. It's a J month.
Third time's the charm.
Yeah, whatever. How many other J months are there? Did I nail them all?
I think you got all
June.
I
three
think
of them.
it's just June, July, January.
And the third one's a charm. Well, if I am...
December.
yeah,
My
December.
birthday's December
October.
35th.
Honestly, they all have silent J, but
Well, we can't forget about Jovember.
that's what
November.
they're trying
Oh, yeah,
to.
bro.
I was gonna say, what are you
Great riff by
renaming
me.
February? All right, but yeah, there it is, and not gonna spoon feed it to you, Trev.
Yeah,
But-
that's good.
Aliens. You think they're real?
Oh,
Because
yeah,
the
they're
History Channel's been
absolutely
in front
The
of this for a
government
while.
said they're real. How
I
could they
seen
not
them, dude.
be?
They
Well,
fought
no.
Predator.
The
No,
government doesn't want to say that they're aliens.
When
They
the-
just
when
say
would
that
the
they
government
don't
lie?
know. They don't know what they are.
no. Here's the thing.
That's all they say.
They're now admitting that the UFOs, which are now named UAPs or UAFs, it's now gone from unidentified flying object to unidentified aerial phenomena, I think, which I'm like, good rebrand. Wait, nobody's gonna not get that now. But basically, the government is starting to admit that like a lot of those grainy videos are real, and that whatever they're recording is not from the U.S. But they're like, it could not be aliens though. So I don't know. How do you guys feel about that?
Well, the thing about it is that like other countries are also seeing them too, and they're like, holy fuck, that's not us. So, and they're like looking into it too. So,
I think it's just
I feel
China
like-
fucking with everybody. They're
Yeah.
Like, haha, gotcha again.
I think that's what
world.
they've been doing in North Korea.
What making
this
you?
time.
Oh, they just put all their money in food and
Yeah, everyone's like, oh my god, they have a nuke, but really,
okay.
UFOs.
They got fake aliens.
It would be funny if it was North Korea.
I don't
just
know.
Trolling.
Here's the thing though, like it's kind of wild. We have one more day for the Pentagon's it's gonna be some sort of government walk around to be like, we don't know what they are, but they're real. Like that's it. That's all they're gonna say in thousands of pages of bullshit.
Sure.
Um,
That's what they do.
well, yeah, but Would you guys be shocked if it was actually aliens at this point?
No.
Yeah, it's kind of wild. Like I feel like a couple of years ago,
Enhance.
it would have freaked people out.
Enhance.
We get producer Zachy on there.
Enhance. I'm gonna make it clearer, Zach.
Okay, I do want to point out something. I don't know if it's OG Yando or Joe watching. We went from it's hilarious. We're going from 3 to 4 likes to 5 likes down to 3 again. So nobody's disliking us yet, but they are taking the likes away.
They're like, we'll see.
Yeah, and I'm like, that's the fairest thing I've ever seen on our podcast live is people being like, we like it, and then they're like, you know what? No, we don't, but we don't not like it yet. We're just not convinced.
We don't hate it, but you're at sea level.
Yeah, exactly. But so I don't know, man. What is it saying? NASA's new chief is setting up an effort to further study unidentified flying objects. So they use UFOs there within the first month in office. And what is it? 5 sources familiar with the results of the study told CNN that U.S. intelligence offices found no evidence that UFOs are alien spacecraft. What does that mean then?
I mean, they're just saying, hey, we can't say this for sure.
They think it's an earthly thing. They think they think it's like some other country, apparently. I mean, what else does that mean?
But okay, so the next quote is
what
we
else
don't know.
would that mean?
We don't know if it's extraterrestrial. We don't know if it's an enemy. We don't know if it's an optical phenomenon.
They're just saying they don't know what it is. That's
right.
all.
I get that, but it's in how they're saying it, where it's like we don't know if it's an optical phenomenon. That sounds a lot like could be a weather balloon or something like that. You know what I mean? Like,
swamp gas.
yeah, it's just swamp gas.
Swamp gas.
It's swamp gas up in the atmosphere. And then Neil deGrasse Tyson, who's like, he was kind of being a dismissive dickhead about aliens. Like for such an astrophysicist space
he has
guy,
an ulterior motive.
My dad was talking about that. Yeah.
well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he was like so condescending, just being like, "Why would we experiment with like watch us? Why would aliens watch us?" And then I was watching.
Because we're amazing.
We're a
What are you
fucking
talking
threat
about?
to the galaxy.
Well, maybe,
we're
yeah,
a threat
yeah.
to the galaxy.
I feel like they dropped us off here a long time ago.
Oh, you're going with Ridley Scott's narrative?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Is
think?
that the
I
Ridley
think
Scott narrative?
Yeah, because it's that's basically the plot to what's the alien prequel everybody hates?
As a Prometheus?
Yeah, Prometheus. That's basically.
I've never seen it.
Really?
I've never seen an alien movie. No.
What?
It's one of the very famous ones that I'm like, I feel like I kind of know a little bit of what it's like.
I feel like. Do you watch a lot of movies though?
Not anymore.
Okay.
I used to.
All right.
I've seen like a lot of movies, but I just don't really watch like the super.
The classics.
I'm like, yeah, I'm sure they're good, and if I was to watch it, I'd be like, I should have seen Alien earlier,
Fair enough. I get
but I
that.
just haven't. That's all.
But okay, well, you kind of nailed like one of the grander Hollywood narratives,
Yeah.
which is like, well, we were placed here.
What if
Well,
we were?
I think that's a fun one. I think another fun one is that like aliens came to Earth at some point and like bred with humans, and that's like because there's like
So you're going with the X-Files narrative.
sort of
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, it's a fun one. It's just
Yeah,
a
it
fun
is,
one to
it is.
entertain, you know. Because just the thought of that, like we like us, like the like modern people with like
Yeah.
our modern like bone structure and like skull and brains and everything. Like we lived like amongst Neanderthals, which like I'm
And
not a scientist, but like I feel like evolution
Yeah,
kind of happens over generations.
Yeah, and mated
like,
with
it's a
them and
little
probably
weird.
killed them off.
We're a
And
little weird. That's
But,
a little weird. It's a little funky.
so getting into it, Sean Murray hits us with the question: is why are they dropping all these all the implications now of all time? So it's like a lot of people. I don't want to say it's a conspiratorial mindset, but it is like with the craziness of everything that was going on in 2020, and then now they're just kind of releasing like, maybe
Well,
aliens,
that brings
maybe
us
not.
to Project Bluebeam.
Oh, yeah.
This
Well-
is all coming out at a perfect time, and it's all very much by design.
Hey.
If you believe in Project Bluebeam, you believe that like the release of this information was like a timely thing and that
Right.
it was planned.
I want to get there.
Can
Cause
I ask one
you
question?
Go into it. Yeah.
Have any of us looked into Project Bluebeam on like a genuine research level, or are we just kind of spitballing?
No,
just so I know.
Okay, so Elena sent me that, but
I saw the TikTok.
Okay, no.
I sent an article.
I
to
do
him.
I do want the TikTok to come up, but this is not the first time I've heard of Project Bluebeam because
No.
it coincides a lot with forest fires.
It's like the 90s, I think.
Right,
It's
right,
been a thing.
right. Basically,
like the 50s is when it first became like there was like this guy, I guess, that like leaked it in
Right,
like
right.
Russia.
right.
And And
Well,
it got picked up as like a conspiracy theory in the 90s.
right, and then a lot of that started with Reagan's like Star Wars project, because that was like the tungsten rod thing and the lasers in space, and then Project Bluebeam was like another one that came around. And I don't know about the Russian guy leaking it, but
You just read that.
yeah, should you want to read it out loud?
No, not really.
Okay, all right. According to the video, Project Bluebeam is a joint project by NASA and the United Nations that, using the strongest technologies, aims to spread a new religion on Earth to create various simulations to establish the total control on people and establish the New World Order. Whoa! Looks like Hollywood Hulk Hogan's going to have to put the jersey back on.
Yeah,
But
it's pretty much a theory that the United States and the UK have like the ability to create these like hyper realistic holograms.
yeah.
Which isn't like a super far off
mean,
theory. Just
Did
the
you
idea
see
of-
Tupac?
Well, did you? But have you seen like the? I think it was like in maybe Japan or China. Those like it's like a hologram park. People sit inside of like an arena, and like a giant whale fucking splashes out of water and does like a jump that isn't there, but it looks like real fucking real.
Oh.
Yeah.
And
In cooperation.
yeah,
with
there's
the
also the
Antichrist.
rapture is also a part of this conspiracy theory, which is really fun. And I really like it because of that. Also, anything with the Antichrist, I'm about.
All right, hit him with a quote then, Trev.
Oh no, I just think I think it's cool. I wasn't really sold on it, but then I saw that it's in cooperation with the Antichrist, and I'm like, oh, okay, that makes a lot more sense.
Right. So, I mean,
Now I'm sold.
It's
I
got to be.
believe
It's
it.
it's always the devil. But basically, okay. So Elena, when did you first hear about Project Bluebeam?
I mean, there's like a Hulu show about it.
What?
Yeah, it's like I haven't watched it. I just read it, and so then there was a TikTok that I saw, so I just started clicking the hashtag Project Bluebeam. So I saw a bunch of people just give their opinion on it,
Yeah.
you know, and then I just looked this up, and so probably like I don't know, fucking a week ago.
Okay.
So it
So
hasn't been super long, but it's a fun one.
the first time I heard about it was when in Seattle around the Space Needle Tower or whatever, they did like a giant like light show, which was a hologram light show of just crazy shit. They had like a UFO over the Space Needle. They had lights going on, fake thunderstorms, and I'm looking at it, and I was asking my buddy who was showing it to me. I was like, "Oh, is this done in After Effects? Because it looks really good." And it looked like animations that were basically special effects. He goes, "No, that's like holograms that they placed around the Space Needle," and people in Seattle were like kind of freaking out. Like
Yeah.
it was the equivalent to like the old Orson Welles radio show,
Yeah.
where it's like nobody told people on the radio that it was like
And so
not
everyone
real.
thought an alien invasion was actually
Yeah.
happening.
Yeah, some people in Seattle were like, "What the fuck is going on?" And then it's like, "Oh yeah, just billionaires casually playing with hologram technology." I'm like, "Okay." And that was the first time where I was like, "Oh, that's wild." But then I started hearing conspiracy theories about it. I'm like, "Yeah, you don't really have to be a conspirator to be like, yeah, you can fuck with people with that pretty easily."
Yeah, no, and then, like, so basically the theory is that the United States and like the UK, like, they're going to attack their own nations and use these holograms to make everyone think that it is
That's
an
aliens?
alien attack, so that they can gain control and like establish a new world order and like a one world religion and
Okay.
God, I hope
All
they
of
attack
that.
the South. They're gonna attack anywhere.
They just
attack the
wipe
dumb
out
people.
Louisiana.
they're
Like,
taking
yeah.
us. I mean, they're taking us all.
If you're gonna attack your own country, please just wipe out the dumb people, for God's sake.
Well,
What if they don't
taking
have a
us
ton
all.
of aliens, and so they can only take over like they have like the best technology, but they have like
There's
seven.
like eight of them.
couple
Like
100,000 aliens, you
Yeah.
know, only so many,
yeah.
and so they just have to like park it, and we just could give them Mississippi.
So now are
They'd
you?
be like, they've overrun,
Have
and
you-
then
have you
that would
seen
be it.
District 9?
Yes.
Okay, I was gonna say you just keep coming up with these plots organically. It's incredible.
Well, no.
Like, Trevor, you should write sci-fi.
I'm saying that they get all of Mississippi, which
Yeah.
I think is pretty generous.
That's fair.
Yeah, I think that's generous for the aliens. Yeah,
Yeah.
and Mississippi.
Yeah, Mississippi's going to see a significant increase in tourism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and just overall intelligence. So pretty much across the board, it's an improvement.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, do you guys want to see the leading expert in Project Bluebeam?
Oh, Shauna Starr, dude.
Yeah.
Shauna Star.
Shauna Starr, dude. She's got all the
Her
info.
and I go way back.
She looks super duper trustworthy.
Yeah.
This is how scientists.
What is that
and-
thing on her head
She's
for?
dyeing her hair.
Okay, so can you imagine like you're dyeing your hair, but you're also like, I gotta get this out.
Yeah.
Can you
I
imagine
can. I
I don't
can.
have
I
time
really
to
can.
imagine.
Can you imagine if the head of NASA went to go talk about aliens, but they fucking had a hair dye net on?
Yeah, they were just
They're like trying to be credible.
wait, is this not the head of NASA?
No, she is.
She's pretty
Okay.
high up.
Yeah.
She's super high up in the
She's
government.
super high up in the government.
I had dead ass believed you when you said that because I didn't want to be like, no, she's not, and then you'd be like, what do you just think
What
women
is
can't
that?
be in the
I'm part
government?
of She's got like one of those like I belong to vampires tattoo.
No,
Like,
it's
what the fuck is that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
She explains it on her TikTok page, but
Okay, so you know what I mean though. Like,
oh,
have
the
you
rest
ever
of her TikTok page is garbage.
You've
but
seen the rest?
this one right
This is
here,
gold.
This one's gold.
Okay.
Go ahead.
That they're going to start releasing information on what they know about aliens. The first thing that needs to be acknowledged is that everything the government does is not for the best interest of the human race. It is a man-made system created for control. So yes, they are going to release
That's
information.
true, though.
That is the truth, probably. Probably mixed with a little bit of lies, because that's what manipulation is. But here's the backstory. There's something called Project Bluebeam that the military has developed over the years, which is why they couldn't tell you about aliens before. They had to wait for this moment now. Project Bluebeam creates holograms in the sky, is able to create holograms anywhere. So what they'll do with this plan is, now that they've told you about aliens, they will attack America, a place where a lot of people are gathered, and they will blame it on an alien attack to create fear, control of something outside of us. That's not true at all. Yes, it will be our own government attacking us. They do it every day, in our sky, in our water, in our food. So now here's just the next level. Do not believe it.
So
Yo, this
fast as
motherfucker's
fuck,
spitting,
boy.
dude.
oh, hang on.
Yeah.
Still fast
what's
as
going
fuck,
on?
boy. Come get some.
It's gonna get out of hand.
I don't
No,
think you
this-
have any
He's
idea
gonna get away.
how fast
Look
I
at the
really am.
caption.
I'm fast as fuck, boy.
Incredible. That's can we get both of those lined up?
Yeah.
'Cause,
The thing about the blue beam gal, she's
Hey.
like half woke.
hang on, is that an incredible video of a cop not
Fast
shooting
as
an
fuck,
unarmed
boy.
black man?
He's trying to tase him.
I know, yeah, but
Nah,
it-
it's an alien disguised as a cop, dude.
That's why
Okay.
this came up.
They have aliens have better morals.
I'm just
than us.
saying, like the fact that we didn't see that car hit that guy or that cop shoot that guy is like, whoa, like all right. But okay. First of all, I want to go back to Shauna Starr.
Yeah.
Bro, you've gotta change this.
Yeah, it's incredible. But we're watching.
We're
it 'cause
watching
we
it
can't.
over and over. It's on a loop, dog. I know.
I know.
Go back to Shauna Starr, bro.
Dude, when she explains government, I'm like, yeah, you actually kind of just sound like an angry civics teacher. Because when she's like, it's a group set up to control, I'm like, yeah, that's exactly why a government exists. Like,
Yeah.
it's set up to control. Have you ever seen when people are free as fuck? It's not great. Like that's
Yeah.
how cults start, and then some sort of culty government starts. So I'm like, okay, I get
But
why
do we
she's
need
hesitant.
More control.
Right. No, I'm not saying she's not also like, yeah, there's sick government power as well. But also, she clearly pulled off half of her tank top to show this, like, I belong to whatever alien
Looks like it
species
says
tattoo.
hell.
It's my anime
Like,
club.
it
Why
looks
would we
something.
attack our own city and then blame it on alien? We could just blame it on like anybody else.
I
Yeah.
think
We
I think
already
we
do
Well,
that.
One world
We're-
order. We
we
have to
could
have
just blame it
something
on the
outside
the
of
Middle
ourselves to
East.
fight against.
Yeah.
we're
Just
running out of
blame it on the
countries
Middle
to
East,
blame,
dude.
though. Like, you know what I mean?
Like, it was fucking Poland. They got us.
Yeah, Poland's not gonna have that. They're like, no. Nobody's gonna believe Poland has that technology.
North Korea.
With a comment says very good. Government attacks us every day in quotes.
Yeah.
That she said, and I agree with the on that one.
Hang on, get on mic and then kind of explain that. So we got Zeki coming on in, and then because that was another line I was going to talk about as well.
Sean with the government attacks us every day, which is something that old Shan said in her TikTok, which is just like she's trying to make like a legitimate point about something that she thinks the government is going to do, and she's
Yeah.
trying to warn people.
Yeah.
And then she throws in and they're doing a lot of other unnecessary stuff to us every day.
Yeah.
My
The
favorite
government's
shit.
attacking us
My
every
favorite
day.
shit is that she's like, they're poisoning our water, they're poisoning our food. It's like you have fucking hair dye in your hair.
Yeah.
You have poison chemicals seeping into your brain right now, and you're
Also-
like, the government, man.
Yeah.
Nothing makes you seem more like chilling, not a stress on your brain than taking the time to dye your hair.
Yeah.
Just for somebody to say the government, like, now if she looked a little bit dirty, then I'd be like, yeah, the government does attack us every day, but she's dyeing her hair, so it's like
That's also a nice
know your-
house.
know
wherever-
your
She's
audience.
privileged.
Wherever she's at, she's allowed to be bored enough to then come up with new problems. Where I'm like, okay,
yeah, that's why her comment made me laugh. I don't know why Sean's laughing, but
but
Ugh,
I don't know.
government.
It follows the classic like conspiracy rhetoric where it's like just enough like kind of real stuff mixed in with like absolute nonsense where it's like, God damn it.
the government is bad.
Yeah, like when you say like I don't trust the government, I'm like that's fair, and then they're like, yeah, but they can only tell us now.
the government isn't going to do that.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm convinced that
But okay,
he's right about that.
but okay, the next thing I want to
I
ask
think
you
so.
guys, because maybe I'm just a sheeple with it, is like, okay, like what's next then? If the government actually does, I mean, it's horrific, and
Hey,
I'm not
glad
saying.
she gave me the heads up.
Yeah, I'm
I
like, all right, I
actually
guess
love
we'll just
the
know.
government. I think it's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude,
Now
they're
that Joe
fucking good,
Biden
man.
is president,
Yeah, nothing bad has happened since he's become president. Like
Everything
everybody's like chilled out now. Everybody's really on their best behavior.
Yeah.
nothing bad has
Nothing
happened?
bad has happened. Not
Oh.
a single
So,
thing.
so do you guys think aliens are real, or they're just gonna make it all up again? Like the UFO thing, they're just like whatever, and then they're gonna use Project Bluebeam and be like, ah, see, they are real, and we gotta get them.
I don't know. One thing that freaked me out
You gotta nuke space.
about last year is that I remember when I was like 16 and watching like conspiracy theory videos on YouTube, and I saw one about the New World Order.
Yeah.
And it did say it was going to happen in 2020. So that was all rattling around my brain a bit last year, where I was like, that's weird.
Okay.
At the timing, they were like so dead
They
on about
nailed
that.
it.
Like
Well-
if they're right, they're fucking right.
Here's the thing. There's
They're so right.
If there is an Illuminati, there's gonna be leaks. Like you can't just keep a secret. Like, and then they spray you with rum and make you sound crazy. What are you gonna say?
No, I was just gonna say that like I think that like aliens are real, and I think that the government is gonna use. This is just another fun one, but I think
Go
that the
for it.
government is gonna use Project Bluebeam. They're gonna
Uh-huh.
establish this new world order, tell us all that it was aliens, and then the aliens are finally gonna come to Earth because it was like scheduled a little bit later
Yeah.
than Project Bluebeam, and then they're gonna be like, "What the fuck? We did not do that," and then they're gonna save us.
Okay, I like that. I like that a lot. That's
America.
like aliens landing and be like, whoa, 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 whoa.
The
This
aliens-
was not us.
This
They
is
gotta
not
save
This
us
was
from the
you
aliens.
fucking
Yeah,
dicks.
yeah,
Like, don't
what
you
the fuck?
fucking blame this on us.
I do. I want to chime in for. I love
We're
this.
peaceful
This has been
people.
of all the stuff in the news. This
Yeah.
is the best news. I love this fucking alien shit so much, and I've watched too much Ancient Aliens.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
fucking
ready.
for this.
You're ready.
But I gotta jump in to be like, obviously that it makes too much sense right now because the government spent almost 100 years being like, what, these weather balloons? Look
Yeah,
at these
yeah.
fucking nutcases.
Yeah, yeah.
And now all of a sudden they're like, oh, our pilot saw some stuff. And we're like, well, we don't know what it is. Like the fact that they're doing that, like it could be anything.
What if Ancient Alien Guys is right? And it's like aliens did set up the ancient civilizations. They were like, red light is going to cure us all that stuff. Little shout out to Pete. And then something I wanted to bring up, and I don't want to burn the joke entirely, but I saw a hilarious bit from a comedian, and he talks about how he knew aliens were real immediately when Trump got into office and was just like, we need a space force. Like, because he's like, it's just like Trump's kind of such a, like an ignoramus that if like his first day in office, they're like, all right, Mr. President, like here's the file on Area 51 and aliens are real. And he's like, oh, fucking Space Force.
Yeah,
Tomorrow,
like his
we need
craziness mirrors the craziness that they're keeping.
Right,
from us.
right.
Yeah.
Like I say what you will, because like the Wuhan lab leak, like I hate to say that, but now that's getting like way more attention. And it's like Trump was an absolute nut bar, but like just because somebody's a nut bar doesn't mean like every 10th thing they say isn't like dead on.
Yeah.
It's
He
like
had to have been
9.
so disappointed if he's rattling off all these truths. He's like, I'm fucking president. Why does nobody believe me?
Yeah, yeah, dude. If
Dude,
Nobody's
a sad
believing me.
Trump at the end of every day
Yeah.
because no one believes him
Dude,
is the funniest.
What, he's just right about everything.
dude. He's just like, I don't. Here's the thing: if Trump would have just been like Nazis bad, aliens real, people would have been like, whoa.
That's true.
Like-
if Trump just was a better person,
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
across the board,
Yeah.
he could have been the coolest and best president.
If he was like,
in the
punch
world.
Nazis, guys,
Yeah.
fucking punch
Yeah.
them. By the way, aliens are totally fucking real.
If you just seen him throwing darts at a Hitler dartboard, being
Yeah.
like, bullseye. Like, you know, he'd be like, get him, Trump. Aliens are real. The past 5 years were so different.
It's incredible, man.
Just said
Damn,
Nazis
dude. If
were
he was
bad.
cool,
Yeah.
could have been way different.
No,
If he would have
man.
been like, my best friends? You mean these 6 trans people? We're like, get him, Trump.
And then he's like, and one of them's an alien.
Would have been so much easier.
God damn it! Could have just ridden out the stock market. Be like, he's so nice, and look at this portfolio.
I'm getting rich.
But
God
it's
damn it.
it's just like it's the most government thing ever for the government to be like, we don't know what these things in the sky are. Fast forward a year and a half for them to be like, don't worry, guys, we got the aliens.
Yeah,
And then
we've known the whole time.
we just found out, and we got to do something.
dude,
The
about
best
this.
way to stop the aliens is to nuke Iran. So that's what we're gonna do.
Everybody knows Iranians are actually aliens. Iranian alien sounds familiar.
You
All
fucking
right.
put it together.
Yeah.
Anyways, 2 nukes.
High yield. Have you guys seen Army of Dead? It's gonna be like that. But dude, it's just I remember thinking when we were all locked down and the whole world was going through lockdowns and whatnot, and they started like hinting aliens are real. I was like, all right, this fucking tracks.
Yeah.
But I don't, dude. Are you guys? I'm excited about like an NWO. Like, how many humans get to live through, like, you remember, like, the kind of free weird times, and now we just are part of a cog of, like, you know, the Illuminati is just out?
I mean, it's all lining up. Joe Biden just passed some new like surveillance stuff. I mean, there's a whole bunch
Dude,
of
there-
stuff. That
He has
part of
no
me-
idea what he's passing.
No, I'm not saying Joe Biden greenlit it.
Dude.
I'm not saying he created it.
No, Joe Biden wakes up every day and goes,
went,
hold
"You
on.
just-
Joe Biden was like, you can put cameras in the women's bathrooms. Sign that.
Jesus.
Oh man.
Closing notes on this.
is a riff
I'm
heavy
not
app.
smart enough to actually like say what I think is happening because I don't know how to put it into words. But all I can actually say is it all makes sense.
Yeah.
Everything makes
I
so
want
much
to say
sense
this.
right now.
I hope to God everything has just been a conspiracy because it'll make me feel less crazy and it'll make everything make sense. You know what I mean? It'll unfuck my mind from the past couple years. of
If it's
just
all the
watching shit.
conspiracy theories
If it
just
all
come
just comes
through?
out that is like all these crazy ass conspiracy theories were right. I hope fucking QAnon's right, dude. I hope they're all
Dude,
right about
it
everything.
is-
You just see the frog start gay
Dude-
fucking. You're like,
Dude,
what
it is funny
What's going
because
on?
there's now a website that is like it has a counter for like how many things Alex Jones has actually been right about, and it's hilarious because other people are starting to talk about it now. Where it's like you go into a factory and it's like Alex Jones has been wrong this many days in a row, and now it's just like 0 every day because they're just like, oh, Alex Jones is right, Alex Jones is right. Yeah, it's Infowars. That's the website saying he's right. Okay, well, a solid segue topic of the Illuminati, you know, maybe controlling our birth rates. Because do you guys think that's gonna be another thing where they're
Controlling the birth rate?
well the vaccine and now people fucking aliens and
Oh, the abortion laws?
we'll
No,
get
I-
there. Yeah,
I
well,
remember the
that's a
abortion
different kind of
laws.
aliens, but well, you can't get an abortion if you don't get pregnant, and that's what Bill Gates' new motto is.
Well,
But
if you can't give someone an abortion, then maybe you can
we'll
control
get
the
there.
population.
Yeah, mate. Well, that's one
That's
way
what
of
I'm saying.
population
That's
control.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, but Republicans don't want people to do it at all. They just want to control it from the get-go.
We're losing too many people.
Maybe they're the
No.
Illuminati.
I think so. If the Illuminati, I don't. I
They're hiding
think,
in plain sight.
well, yeah, they're unilateral. But point being is, Jake, you have some family matters that came up that were pretty.
No.
fun.
What?
Well,
not
your
not my family.
not your family, but a family.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say not
A
your family,
Yeah.
a family, but family
So-
matters that came up that.
It's odd for sure. I was fucking weirded out by it.
Well,
and
it,
like,
you know, love knows no bounds.
sure, dude. Yeah. So since you guys all know about it, but since the viewers don't know, I found out the other day that two girls I went to high school with. They're like best friends in high school and are still best friends to this day. But one of them is dating just like this normal like 20-year-old dude, and then the other one is dating his dad.
Nice.
Nice, right? Isn't that fucking so
Fuck
odd,
yeah,
dude?
Yeah, dude.
I've seen the movies.
Yeah, did you write those ones?
No, I didn't write
I had to
them.
do like a lot
Just
of
watched
double
'em.
checking because
That's-
I like going back and forth. I was like, okay, they have the same first and last name.
What?
And then the other
So
one,
probably not brothers.
and then he had him listed as his son on Facebook. So I was like, yeah, this is all. Like I had to do some real fucking snooping.
Was
So-
it the first and the second? Like John Smith the first and John Smith the second?
Yeah,
Could you imagine
yeah.
going on
it
that?
was it was a junior situation. You know
Junior,
what I mean?
yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
you go on a double date with your dad though? Like,
Dad, you got this, right?
Yeah,
You're
like,
paying, right,
don't
bro?
fuck this up, dude. Like, we could get some.
I'll mow the lawn tomorrow if you pay.
God damn it, man. That just okay. Is it weird? First question.
Fuck
'Cause
yeah,
it's
knee-
weird.
Yeah,
Yeah,
knee jerk
it's
reaction. I'm
Can
like,
you
no, it's
imagine the
totally
friend walking up to
normal
the
and
dad and be
I-
like,
that
"If you
happens all
hurt
the
her,
time."
I'll kill you.
Yeah,
Like,
but okay. I'm just saying, like, is it, of all the things that's going on, I'm like, it's kind of weird, but they're friends. It's not like it'd
how
be.
old are they?
They're my age. We were in the same grade.
That's I don't
38.
like the dating the dad.
38.
Thing. It's weird. If they're dating
I'm 38.
brothers,
I look
totally
amazing
normal.
for 38.
Yeah, well, yeah.
uh,
That's just brother,
cousins.
dude.
I don't even know.
It'd be different
Maybe
if they
even, like,
weren't.
An uncle would be different.
It'd be different if they weren't like BFFs and they were like they started dating these dudes separately. But it's like I feel like she was dating the dad
No, yeah, if the
because she's been
dad-
dating the dad since like 2013. So they've been together for like a long time.
What?
Yeah.
Hang on.
No, there's a lot to it. There's
so
a
the
lot
dad
of shit.
dating's been going on way
Since she was about 19.
and then her friend
And
was
he was
hanging
probably
out
like
and he's
35.
like, and he was just like, boy, do I have a guy for you.
Yeah.
Son.
Oh my god.
Well, I think she was dating the dad for a long time, and then her friend got really lonely because her baby daddy left, and was like, "You should totally like fuck my boyfriend's son.
Oh my
My
god.
stepson.
You should fuck my stepson."
Wait, is it a stepson?
If they get married,
Oh,
he
yeah,
will
yeah,
be.
yeah.
Whoops.
Well, that's what that's what I was gonna bring up. Is like it's a weird like
It wouldn't be weird. Okay, so I think it would be less weird. Okay, not wouldn't be weird, but it
Hold
would be
on.
less weird.
Here's the thing: if the dad and one girl get married, and then the son and the other guy get married, that means that
son and
her
the other
BFF
guy.
now becomes her mother-in-law.
Yeah.
That's fucking
yeah,
weird.
Yeah. All right,
Yeah.
there it is.
No,
That-
yeah, that's weird. But listen, so the thing about it, the thing that would make it less weird is that like the dad's an old dude and he's into young girls, whatever, normal.
Totally cool
for
with
the
me, bro.
times.
yeah.
So if he just like got a younger girlfriend and then his like son's like girlfriend was the same age and they like became best friends, less weird than being best friends. and,
Right,
like,
they're
setting
going
your
in
best
with it.
friend up with
Yeah.
Also,
with your boyfriend's son.
Yeah.
Who
Jake,
is your age?
I'm making some assumptions here, but is it like a young dad or is it like
You
know,
I
like
mean,
a
he's
dad that
gotta
had
be
a
like
kid at
because the
18?
kid's like 20,
uh-huh.
so I'm assuming like the dad's got to be at least like close to 40, you know, unless he had
Okay.
unless he had his son when he was like 16.
See, that's
Even that's still fucking weird, dude.
Well, of course, it's weird. It's like
It's weird.
like a young grandpa thing where
Because
like-
then the son's gonna have to hear about like, cause like they're best friends, and so like
Oh.
if they get, so like
Ah,
they're gonna have
dude.
to hear about like
Bro, I was fucking the
fights and just,
shit
like,
out.
weird stuff, you know?
yeah,
like,
because ladies be chatting.
Yeah.
and they were like, is it the same size?
Who's
like,
got the
Zach
bigger
and
dick?
I,
Yeah.
like, talk his like ear off about like when like my friends have problems with like their boyfriends, you know what I mean? And so it's like
Wait, what now?
I'm just saying that like the women, like if like let's say dad's girlfriend has a problem with dad, and then she goes and talks to son's girlfriend about it,
Uh-huh.
and then son's girlfriend's like all like needs to talk to someone about it, so they talk to the son about it.
Oh my god.
And like, you know what I mean? Like, think about how the family drama that would literally just come for no reason.
Also, if they all have more kids, and then
Oh
try
my
fucking explaining that
God.
I'm
situation.
lost completely.
Sorry.
Oh
If they
my
all
God.
have kids together,
Because your aunt would be your step grandma.
Can I ask a very important question that shouldn't be relevant but is?
what's that?
Are any of these people like easy on the eyes?
Yeah.
They are? Like
No,
these are hot people?
the girls are actually both very beautiful. I had a crush on one of them when I was in high school, for sure.
And the guys?
The guy, yeah, they're normal looking dudes.
Wow.
I would say the younger son is, yeah, he's a good looking dude.
Okay. You guys keep chat. I'm gonna reevaluate this whole thing in my
It's
head.
weirder when you find out they're attractive.
Yeah, it is. It's
you know what?
astronomically
Is it-
weirder.
Is it?
Because they had options.
I don't think it is.
They could have gone elsewhere.
Would you?
I don't think it's weirder because they're attractive. I think it's just attractive people throwing folkways to the wayside because like feels good, looks good.
Good genes, baby.
Feels good, looks good.
If it ain't fixed, don't break
Like,
it.
could you imagine
That's
if your
not
dad
right.
was single and like Adrian was like, "Oh, I've got the perfect girlfriend."
Her sister?
Yeah,
That'd
or,
be
like-
weirder.
Like,
That-
sister would be
or a
weirder.
friend.
But like friend, like that, like, and then all of a sudden, you know.
What's Adrian's mom up to?
Yeah,
Probably
hanging out
married.
with her dad.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
It was like, I don't know, Trev, you want me to put in a good word? You're like, I've got a guy.
It seems to be
for
going all
you.
right for these people.
I guess.
So
I don't know.
Clearly,
It-
they figured something out. Jake just said they've been together a while. I was
Well,
in a
the
relationship
dad-
for 1 year, and that was my longest one ever.
The
and I was
dad
like,
and the
"I'm
young
outta
girl
here."
have been together for a while. I
That's
think
what
the
I'm saying.
son and the I think
hang on,
the
you said
son-
young girl? Like,
Well, she is a young girl.
yeah, it's just, they
She's
dated
not a
when
child.
she was
She's a young.
19.
I started dating when she. If I'm doing the math right, yeah, she's like 19 or 20 when they started dating.
That's why I took
Okay.
the older position in this dynamic.
My
'Cause
biggest
it's
concern.
proven
My
already.
biggest concern is that they swap.
Oh.
They do.
That's a concern of
Oh.
mine.
I thought you were concerned because they do.
No.
No, yeah, I'm sure they would
Like,
just
what,
post
we
that on.
weird?
Yeah.
publicly.
No, we're
Ew.
not freaks.
That's
Yeah,
too
yeah.
much for me. But hey, fuck it. They're all consenting adults, so
I,
whatever.
you know what? That's,
don't
I
know.
think that's a fun breakfast table. It's all.
Oh.
Do you think they joke
I'd love to
about
eat
it?
toast and jelly with them.
Yeah.
I think you
Do they
to.
have to?
You
If they don't have a
to.
sense, if they're sensitive about that, then holy fuck.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah,
come
you
on
couldn't
now.
be
All
weird. You
their
gotta-
friends are walking on fucking eggshells,
Also,
bro.
does the son still live with the dad? I guess that's
I
also
don't
been
know.
playing in
I
my
have
brain.
no idea. I didn't go that far into it. Where I'm
Okay.
like,
Son's
or
only
I'm like
like 20, so
googling
that's-
Do
addresses.
you? Here's the thing. Do you have any of their phone numbers? Because I would
No,
love to
I
call 'em
actually-
up
I
and just
haven't even-
shotgun blast.
I
we have
hope
them
to
on the morning
God.
show?
I hope
Yeah.
to God, like none of them see it. That's
Oh,
true. They won't. But yeah, I haven't talked to these girls like probably since high school, so it would be very awkward.
Let's
if I
have
was
'em on
just,
the
they found I
morning
was just
show, I'll reach
trashing their
out.
whole relationship.
Hang on. We're not.
One of them
trashing it,
very
we're just
long
asking
term.
it.
No, I'm trashing it.
All right. Okay. Wait,
It's
hang
fucking
on.
weird. And
Do
you're
you have
gross.
taking notes. Dude.
Which one did you have the crush on? The dad or the son girl?
The one that the son's dating.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
The one that's dating the dad was way too dumb.
Okay.
Dude, I'm not like dumbest girl in our entire high school. Like not even being mean. Like everybody fucking felt that way.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
She'd just complain about everything. She'd be like, we'd be in math class. She'd be like, we're doing math today? Like she was so fucking annoying, dude.
Okay. All right. Well, she got a sugar daddy. So
Yeah, good. I mean, thank God.
Not as dumb as she looks.
She'd be fucking homeless right now if she didn't.
Now she's got a whole family.
Hell yeah.
She's just crushing it, man.
Yeah. Sound off in the comments if you think that's weird and gross.
Here's the thing. When you first brought it up, I thought they were sisters dating father
No,
son.
that'd be
And I'm
even
like,
weirder.
That's weirder. That's
That'd
so
be
much
even
weird.
weirder.
Now
I'm glad
I'm
that's
like-
not the case.
Now I'm like, it's weird, but it's still not like
It's not.
the
It's not.
weirdest.
Here's the thing.
it's
It's
not
not illegal. That's yeah.
Okay, but here's the thing. The whole it's not illegal thing, because Nick and I used to get
Yeah, legality is not a guide to morality.
no, exactly.
Um,
We used to get like age of consent questions all the time, and it's like, bro, if you gotta ask, you should not. It's weird.
You probably just Google that
Yeah,
information.
yeah.
You fucking weirdo.
Well, yeah, but they want to make sure. I'm like, okay.
Need to double check with a real lawyer.
Everybody always has their own made up age of consent laws too, and it's just shit they heard from people, and they're like, nah, that fits my
Well, I
narrative.
heard you can't film it until they're 18, but you
But
can do it.
If you're 19 and they're 17, 2 years, that's the buffer. That's what I heard. I heard 2 years, and I think that's bullshit.
It's bullshit. Here's
When
You know
you
the
are
real
the
law?
safest fucking FAQ we get is just wait till they're 18. If you don't know, 18. That just stop it. In Michigan, it is 16 for age of consent, which is bananas. And in-
Onwards?
But
and-
also, you're charged as an adult at 17 for crimes. in
Right,
Michigan.
right.
You're legally an adult at 17.
Right. I mean, and say what you will about that. I'm just saying, if you're like 42 and you're like 16, nice. Like, still horrendous.
Yeah.
And
that's
in-
super legal,
and-
right?
No. The
It's
age of
not.
consent in Michigan is 16.
Especially if
In-
the parents are
in-
like cool with it.
in Hawaii, age of consent 14.
In a lot of states in the U.S., I'm not sure how many. It's not all of them, but parents can sign off on marriage
Marriages.
certificates
Yeah.
at infancy.
Yeah.
You
Yep.
can there's like a whole child bride problem in like Utah and like
Yeah, because
Yeah.
well, they'll marry off kids for Mormonism,
Yeah,
really,
but-
and it's ooh.
yeah, but they'll do it
Creepy.
young as fuck, and it's like selling babies basically.
Yeah, there's
It's just-
the FBI's been looking into it, and it's like an ongoing gonna have another Waco type of thing because they're like, yeah, you can't be doing that, and they're like,
Yeah.
well, come get them. We also have guns, like, and a bunch of sons
and,
who
and
can't
there's
get
so
married.
many of us.
Yeah,
there's
well,
so many
They,
of us.
they either disown their sons, or they're like, you're our pawn now to go use a gun against the agents. But big weird, yeah. OG Yondo, yeah. I was gonna say big love, big weird, yeah. If anybody wants to see more about that, HBO has
Someone
a
said
TV show.
prophetic game.
Yeah, but okay, yeah. I don't know. I thought it was it's a weird one, but I'm gonna call it it's just people loving people.
I hope it
Legal,
works out
baby.
for him.
Legal, baby.
I hope it works out for him.
Consensus legal.
I hope her best friend becomes her mother-in-law.
Yeah, daughter-in-law.
Hey, if
as
that's
well.
what works for them and they like it, fuck it.
Yeah.
They must
No one
really
was
like
a child, but the thing is, it's like this girl started dating. Like, was she friends with his son? Like, how did she meet the dad? Do we
it. I
know?
think they met. I don't know how they met, but I'm assuming
'Cause,
it
like,
was.
did he
I'm
groom
assuming it
her?
was no. I'm
Because
assuming
if
it was
you're,
in a
like-
very adult context.
Because I'm saying, like, if she's like coming over to the
A
house, hanging out with the
very
son,
adult.
and then he's like just like
I feel like they
being
met
the
it
son's
like
dad
in
for a
public at
while.
work or
Okay.
something. Like I
Then
know she was
that's-
like a waitress for like the longest
Okay, then
time, so
that's
I'm
different.
assuming.
Oh, okay.
Because if she's hanging out at the house and then all of a sudden she's like of age, just like around
Oh,
that
no,
time, then
it-
that's
That
That's
would be
fucked up.
terrible.
Fucking
But
weird.
Yeah, it's
that
fucked
wouldn't
up.
make any sense because I think the son that's
Is
dating the other
younger.
girl is like only 20,
Right
whereas like
now.
we're 27.
yeah,
So like there's no way they would have been friends with that
yeah,
kid.
that's true. Okay,
Um,
Got
I think
it.
it'd be
I feel
cool-
better about the situation now.
Yeah.
I think it'd be
I don't think there was anything groom wise going on.
I think it'd be cool if one day I just came home and I was just Louis' father-in-law. Just start smacking him around a little bit.
Oh, I'd fight you back though. I'd be
Be
the
like-
I'd be the
Be like,
stepson.
what are your intentions with my daughter? And you were dating her like way before.
When
And
I'm
all of a sudden, I'm just this defensive.
Who's dating who now?
Never.
Oh, you'd be
don't
dating-
make me detail.
Okay,
it
no,
out.
now I
He's
got it.
dating your daughter later on.
Right.
Like
She
she's
becomes
still got
my daughter.
she's still got all that
Oh,
growing
okay.
up to do, Lou.
You date my daughter?
No. Never mind.
Okay.
Yeah, he really wants to steer away from this, and I just want to keep hammering on.
Yeah,
he
so-
wants
so
to
do I.
fuck your daughter, Lou.
That's
Oh,
not what I
alright.
said at all. That I want to be
You wanna
Lou's
fuck your mom?
father-in-law.
Oh, you'd have to date my mom.
Yeah.
No,
Your aunt.
in-law. So never
Oh.
mind.
Well, if you dated
My-
his daughter,
my-
you'd be his son-in-law.
Well, no. Then are you talking about Adrian's
D-
mom
yeah,
again?
that's where
Oh,
we're at.
yeah,
Why,
okay.
I was like, why is that hard?
Gotcha.
That's not hard
Father-in-law.
math to do. Just say
That's
it.
why I didn't
It
want to
was
do
really
it.
hard math. For
Yeah,
me.
yeah. A lot
You
of
think
people
she's
were lost
watching
there,
right
and you
now?
could have just
Sorry.
said that, and we would have had it. I don't know. That'd be fun though.
Yeah.
Be like, dude, my stepdad's a total bro.
I know how Adrian would feel. about it.
Stepdad-in-law.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I think you'd
It's
have
a
to be.
weird
You'd have to be
connection.
way more worried about your daughter-in-law,
yeah.
because I'd be like, dude, I do
I don't know who
comedy
my
with my
daughter-in-law
father-in-law.
is.
It's a great time. All right. Speaking of death matches, this is a little fun in-house Salsa Parlor fun that Jake came up with in a I guess a fever dream of who's killing.
I was
who.
just really high.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, we need ideas for the podcast. What if we all fought Lou?
I like it. So we've got two scenarios: armed and unarmed combat. And then, am I taking on the
It's-
house or everybody that has a Salsa Parlor credit in their name? Like,
No, so just like
Everyone
it's
here.
everybody who lives here.
okay,
So
plus Elena or not plus?
nah, she's a girl. She can't fight.
All right.
No, I'm just kidding. Elena.
So rusty right
Elena's
now.
on her
How
team.
much
Elena's
do I-
on our team.
Okay.
Just kidding.
Okay, so it's
We need someone to play psychological games.
Yeah,
during
Hey,
during the fight.
I feel like I would put up a good fight. And
So-
I think that
You're on our team.
so
You're on
we're
our
all
squad.
fighting against Lou.
yeah,
I'm
it's
just
deathmatch. First
fucking
of all,
with
I
you.
like that. Why can't we all fight Trevor? But I get it.
Because you're the biggest and strongest. So
All
what do you
right.
make, dude? I
What?
fucking.
First of all, I think us
News to
four
Trevor.
Here I
against
was
you-
thinking I was the strongest in the house.
We can arm wrestle right now. I have to pee also, so
All right, I will arm wrestle Lou on camera, and if he loses,
Right now, you will die.
Yeah, probably.
I have an idea in my
I
head
want
of how
to
this
put
goes,
up a
though.
fight.
Nah, I don't think you
All
will.
right, we'll do it off camera later. We'll do who's. The
I think it would be
strongest in
great
the
to do it on
house.
camera.
There was one day where we were arm wrestling for shits and gigs, and it was Zach Burkar, his younger brother Sean, and Jake. All three of them arm wrestling against me at once.
Yeah, and we lost.
How did you do it at once?
They put all three of their hands together on one side versus me.
But your elbow's got to be down. The leverage is all off.
Yeah, well, granted they had an anchor, which I think was Zach's
Yeah,
arm.
we given how
But one of
fucked
them
up
was
our
just
positioning
pushing.
was,
Elbows locked.
we actually had such a massive advantage besides the fact that we had three people because of our positioning, and he still beat us. So
Damn.
Yeah, one of you was standing.
yeah,
But okay, so fair enough. I guess I'm Conan the Barbarian here in the unarmed combat. I think
I know how this goes.
with weapons, you guys kill me, but we gotta
I think we got you either way.
really
Real-
without
ready?
weapons.
Listen to this move
Okay,
I got in my
all
head,
right,
okay?
all right.
Listen to this move
I
got
like
in my head.
this. I like
So it's called the boa constrictor, right?
Right.
Okay, so these three guys, they get up on you and they grab you like in a bear hug. So your legs are together, your arms are together, and they're just holding you there. And then I climb up them like a ladder and just choke you out,
Okay,
and then you're dead.
that's fair. I like how
they
there's
just squeeze you as hard as they can,
in this
and they
plan
just kind of
though.
trap you.
You did just go. They just get me.
Well, yeah.
Like-
Yeah. Well, they surround you, and you're just kind of standing there. And then
I-
they all come in at once and just kind of constrict you.
Okay.
And then I come up and just like,
So you got a pretty macro plan that I'm down with, but my micro plan is I kill Trevor immediately, just immediately, and I bite his throat.
This plan's-
I bite Trevor's throat out with my mouth like a vampire.
Okay.
Because Trevor seems sleeper strong, probably has a good fight in him, but if I bite his throat, I think he's gonna freak out a little bit as he's dying. Then I'm covered in Trevor's blood, and I have that like crazy blood mouth look to me. At that point, I would Donkey Kong punch Jake, where fist down and crack his spine into his body with like one of those just heavy-handeds. I hate to do it. And then I love Zach enough that I would actually just strangulate him quietly and whisper sweet nothings into his ear. And then I guess you and I would fight to the death after that.
how are you going to kill me? How do I die?
Again, probably in a Zach way, but I wouldn't whisper sweet nothings to you. I'd be like, this is a utilitarian kill because I have to.
'Cause
I would
have
probably
to
say
win the
that.
game.
Yeah, I'd be like,
You
I
understand,
I don't want
right?
to do this.
Yeah.
I also assume that you were gonna try and mutilate my genitals, and I'll give
I
you
feel
that.
like I go for eyes, nose,
Yeah,
mouth.
I
would do, like,
realize.
I would jump on someone's back and just kind of claw and
Yeah,
bite.
that's fair.
And I would
That's
just try
fair.
and blind you would be my, if I had to do a one-on-one, if it was like that, where
Uh-huh.
you saved me till the end, I would definitely try and
Well, I'm worried
blind
because you
or
and Zach
something
are
where I-
wiry. Trevor's got heft to him. That's why I got to kill him immediately.
Here's the thing. You have a macro plan because I'm wearing a turtleneck.
Oh,
so,
shit.
Yeah.
One of you, I was thinking about it, but the three of them, I didn't want to keep mutilating you, but they all have glasses on constantly. You're the only one that I could do the 28 days later, like double thumb eye gouge thing.
You could try.
Yeah.
you could also just take our glasses off. I feel like
Yeah.
that wouldn't be
or
that
just
hard.
slide your thumbs up underneath.
Yeah.
See, you guys have thought about
Or
it more.
just push the glass into our eyes.
Yeah, but then I got glass in my thumbs, and that seems like a real
You got
ouchie.
you got a weak point right here.
You've got
Yeah.
adrenaline pumping through your body, so
That's
it doesn't
true.
matter.
Well, no, I like the choke me out plan, but I in unarmed.
See, I'd kick the back of your
Weapons,
knees.
I think it's just a
Okay.
hack and slash.
My-
with circle you
Well,
and
what's the
hack.
weapons
My
we're
biggest
using?
thing, if
Mine's a
we're
long
fighting him
staff.
with no weapons, would be knocking out his ability to move first. So going for his legs, like I'd be like trying
yeah,
to break his
donkey kick
kneecap.
I
in
got a
his
good
knees.
single leg.
Donkey kick
wrestled.
the back
Yeah?
of his leg so he can't,
And the front at the same time.
try and get a knife and slice his Achilles tendon a little.
Well, that's weapons again.
Oh,
I think,
yeah.
I think.
Oh,
All right,
yeah,
so I'll just do that with my claws.
yeah.
Karate chop.
Hang on.
Yeah,
let's-
karate
Just start
chop his
gnawing at
Achilles
his
tendon.
Achilles
What,
tendon.
what do we? What's the grounds for weapons though?
Anything that's not your fists.
So,
Not a
like
gun
That-
either.
yeah,
Oh,
anything
yeah.
anything that's a weapon.
like guns?
Yeah.
I would bring a
guns like the most
Morningstar.
weapony weapon of all time.
Yeah,
Well,
but it,
Lou wins. He's the only one
If it's-
that is like actually knows.
If we circle him,
What? I know how to shoot
I know how to
guns.
shoot a gun.
Yeah,
Not
but I
better
don't
than
need to
the-
be better than him.
We have
I don't need to
four
be
of
better
us.
than him. I just got to shoot him first.
Yeah, there's four of
that's
us.
fair.
Oh man, my
We
aim.
win. If there's it's
Hang
a
on, hang on.
gunfight, we win.
Well,
If Louis gets shot
we're
first, he's not gonna be like but my aim
Louis
is
kills
better.
one or
We're,
two of
we're
us
just
before
we're
the
just
other one
saying
gets
gun. We have to talk about guns here and which gun.
I don't think we should
Because
do
I think
guns.
bolt action rifles hilarious.
I disagree with guns.
Disagree with guns as well.
Disagree with guns?
Disagree
No
with
guns.
I think if it's guns, you guys win handily.
I
Yeah, I
think
know.
it's
That's
sure.
why it's not fun
Yeah.
to talk
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
If-
No,
Guns if Luke gets an automatic and we have.
Okay, what if I get a revolver with 6 shots and you guys all get muskets?
nope.
No, you get a
Nah,
pool
you'd
cue,
win.
Okay.
and then I get a morning star, and you
Okay.
just have to figure out how to counter a morning star with.
Do you have one morning star?
Yeah, he's got to go run
I
and get
think-
it every time he misses. He's
No,
gotta
I
go
think you
run
get
back and
3.
pick
Or are
it
you
up.
talking flail?
Oh, a flail.
Okay.
That's what what is a morning star?
That's
just
a ninja
spiky.
star.
I think.
No, a
th-
morning
No, a morning star is a
what?
flail.
Oh, is it more is a flail? Oh, okay.
It's like a mace flail.
Yeah, so, you don't,
Okay.
so here's the thing. So you're woefully underprepared. You
Yeah.
have no idea what a morning star
Not a
is.
clue.
I come
Well,
in.
I'd be like, he's coming at me with a flail.
you don't know. Well,
I think I'd just be wrong,
Well,
but I'd still
flail-
recognize.
flail combat and
Danger
morning
of the
star
weapon.
combat.
Yeah. What it's named.
What
is
am I
not
supposed
really
to
gonna
do?
be going? If at the end of that battle I go, this fucking guy came at me with a flail, and
Okay.
the police are like, he had a morning star,
New-
I'm
dumbass.
thinking like swords, knives, like.
Ooh,
some,
I'd
like,
come at you with a
staffs.
fucking warhammer, dude. Fucking
I
warhammer,
wanna be
bro.
fair.
If you come
away.
at me with a warhammer, you realize I get that warhammer from you.
Yeah, probably.
I was like,
I'll drop it on your foot first.
I catch that warhammer.
That's my main objective with the warhammer is drop it on your foot.
I think we all should have long staffs, and I think we should all just get around him and poke at him.
Yeah, if you had
I don't-
spears again, I'm done.
Yeah, that's what,
What
I'm
if we, like,
saying.
fenced
we had
him?
Okay, if
spears-
you guys have spears, then I get katana, and it just ends like the first battle in the Last Samurai.
And again, I'm going for the eyes.
Oh, for sure. I know you are. Yeah,
I'd bring
Elena,
a
what I'm worried about
rapier.
is you know soft targets. You're going eyes, throat, or crotch.
Yeah, my
And
grandpa used to say this thing. He used to put his fingers right here on my neck, and he'd go, you feel how all that moves around? And I'd go, yeah. And he goes, you can just stick your fingers behind that and rip somebody's throat.
Yeah.
I'm bringing a
I was
glaive.
like, okay, grandpa.
a glaive. Yeah, also, it sounds like you're
Or a
grandpa fought.
halberd. Could I bring a
He thinks he
halberd?
did.
What's a halberd?
It's like a.
Oh,
He has nunchucks.
It's like
That's a
it's
long
almost like a
axe.
scythe, yeah.
It's a axis.
It's got a spear.
Axis
It's got an
spear.
axe. Kind of a.
Kind of a badass multi-utility weapon.
Okay, hang on. What if you all get whatever weapons you want from there that are blunt or sharp, and I get one revolver?
Nope.
No,
We die.
I don't think I could kill you all with 6 bullets.
You think we're gonna like use a katana to be like pew pew pew? Like,
No, I'm
dodging all the
saying a few
bullets?
of you are taking some bullets.
I'm a
but,
Genji main.
but
I would want to use a scimitar.
I'll tell you
Kill
guys
you with
right
a
now,
curvy sword.
if you guys sub Jimmy in or get Jimmy again, I'm dead either way, both times.
Okay. What about ranged weaponry that's not guns?
Why do you have
such as
so
a
much
bow?
confidence in Jimmy's killing ability but not ours?
Because he's got a low
'cause-
center of gravity,
yeah,
and he's
he-
a tackler, and I
he-
feel like he could knock the wind
Hey,
out of him.
he moves like a fucking wildebeest. What do you mean?
Yeah, but he also pulled his hip racing you.
Adrenaline.
I'm not saying he's got great distance.
There's a lot of adrenaline
Yeah.
pumping through your
Yeah.
body.
Also,
That's true.
Jim has like collegiate CTE fight energy.
That's true,
It's
yeah.
a different level of crazy.
he might have
man.
PTSD.
Yeah, dude. Like, I would say Jim is the deadliest person, just within the comedy world.
Really?
Yeah, in Michigan for sure.
The
Unarmed.
deadliest?
Yeah. Name a comedian
Robert
in the
Jenkins.
state. Nah, unarmed.
You're being racist.
Yeah, just because
I
Rob
don't
always
know
shows
why,
his
but
guns.
I just feel like he could throw some sluggers. I
Yeah?
don't know.
Dude, yeah, Rob would throw hands.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well,
But
Rob would
that's
do
not-
the Donkey Kong punch.
Yeah.
Again, that-
Like on top of Jim's head is
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Like
Oh,
a whack-a-mole.
that's what I would bring.
we got my money is on Jake with Sean, and then Sean Murray goes, press X when Trevor's health flashes yellow, then stick the pool cue through one of the chain links and disarm him. Yeah, man.
Okay.
So if I got Sean Murray corner manning me, I'm doing all right.
Whatever that timing event thing in fighting games is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. I didn't know you got those. That kind of ruins my whole
Well,
point.
no.
Quick time events.
Quick times? No. I don't know. I think
All right, I'm switching to an Indo-Persian mace.
I want a scythe. What does the Grim Reaper have?
A
I
scythe.
want to just slice
we
someone
could
in
we
half.
could do
got a
our
scythe.
own backyard wrestling event where we go wrestling and taps, and if it was the 4 of you versus me, I don't know. I think you guys still get it, but
I know.
I think so
I know
too.
some wrestling.
I know some wrestling.
see, I'm fine with wrestling though. I get people take me down wrestling all the
Yeah,
time.
you
and then
wrestle
I
one person at a time.
Well, yeah, not
That's
always. Sometimes there's
4?
dog piles. Yeah, 3 is the most.
Well,
Like I said,
we got 4.
I kill Trevor immediately though. we-
It's also to the death, so it's not regular
oh,
wrestling.
so we are going to the death?
Wait in the
Ah.
backyard
yeah,
later?
yeah, no.
probably
You're only
not.
killing Trevor first because you know he has
I'm
life
also
insurance.
all lubed up. I didn't say that. But I'm coming in fully
Yeah.
lubed.
Dude,
I'm
I've
very
shaved my head
slippery.
I would
also,
s-
so there's nothing to grab on.
I will say, yeah, I'm gonna fight like Charlie Bronson, the UK prisoner that would like piss all over himself and like get all wet and sweaty and then fight guards all day. Like, all right, but okay, I'd say unarmed. Maybe I have a chance. Armed with guns, I think hands down, you guys get me.
Yeah.
Just unbelievably
Doesn't
quick.
matter what kind of gun.
Unless hang on, guns? Are we like in an arena or a field?
Everything
We're in the
I'm
house.
Everything I'm
We're in the
picturing
house?
is in the
I
dining
pictured
room.
all of this happening in the house.
In
I
the
picture-
house.
in the
Okay,
dining
hang on.
room, yeah.
That changes the dynamic completely.
Yeah.
In the house?
In my mind,
I
we start in the
fucking-
dining room and you die in the dining room.
No, we go to a staircase and I kill y'all 300 style. Are you kidding me? If I can bottleneck you guys, I'm cracking.
You ain't throwing me down the stairs, dog.
I'm throwing you up the stairs.
Nah.
Well, we're gonna siege the stairs first
Yeah.
to kind of starve you out. So then you're
'Cause
gonna
there's
have
4
to
of
come
us.
down. I was looking at siege weapons. We're gonna have ballistas in the living room
Okay,
and
all
at
right.
the stairs. So you have to survive off of whatever's in your room. Way
That's
to prep, idiot.
starve
You
you
had to
out.
go
Yeah,
downstairs
I-
to survive.
Well, here's the thing. If I gotta survive off of what I have upstairs, I'm still fine for a while.
Okay.
You guys get hungry and go to Chick-fil-A
Yeah, we wait
before
for
I
you to
come
go into
down.
yeah,
your
but we'd
room,
send
though.
one person. We're gonna be like, let's all go to Chick-fil-A
What do
while
you, oh,
we got
oh,
Louis
I thought you were
captive
gonna send one
upstairs.
person up to me. I was like, that person's coming down again, circa chest.
No, I have better war tactics than that. Come on, Louis, believe in me.
kick. War tactic. Who do you send to get the Chick-fil-A?
We have
That's an
Eats,
important.
Uber
That's
Eats.
Probably Elena.
Uber
okay.
Eats.
we've got
Uber
funny.
Eats. Yeah, we could do Uber Eats too. What?
But Zach gets infinite blow darts. I like this. I think the discussion should be all against Zach. Everyone has any weapon they want, but Zach gets infinite blow darts. I think Zach inhales too strong and accidentally blow darts his own throat.
Who do you think wins in a last man standing between the 4 of us? Like, you're not in this. You're just reffing our death match.
Zach.
What?
I think me. Are you kidding me?
No, I've talked to Zach.
You think he'd kill me
it's Zach.
With
before
weapons or bare
before
hands?
get to the point of
Guys, I
killing
don't
him?
want to.
If we're throwing
I don't want
hands,
to tell
who
you the
wins?
conversations I've had with Zach before, but I'm like, if there was an actual World War event, Zach's like the small Croat guy using a grease gun where everybody else dies. Zach does not talk about how he got home, but clearly killed a company of whatever enemies there were. I've talked to
Nah,
Zach
I'm
before,
killing
and
him
I've
first,
seen
then.
it in his eyes. No, Zach
He's-
would do shit that would freak us out to even talk about to live. Like, I'm talking
We'd
ripping
form an
dicks off
alliance.
and
You
forcing
think
them down
you would kill
people's
me?
throats.
I don't think you would kill me.
Yeah,
I
first
think
of all,
that
he has
I
an
would
emotional attachment to Elena.
I'm shocked y'all are shocked that I picked Zach.
yeah.
I was thinking it would be
I
me
am
because
shocked.
me and Zach would stay together till the end, and then I would
No, this is a
kill
free
him.
for all. No way, Zach's winning for sure.
I thought you would have picked Trevor.
The fact that you even thought that tells me Zach would kill you immediately.
Yeah,
Because
I'm
you'd be like,
already-
honey,
I'm already sucked into it,
honey,
yeah.
I got you. I'm like, you're dead first. You're
Yeah.
dead. You'd be like, all right, hun, watch my back. And,
No,
and
he'd use me.
first,
he'd use
yeah,
me.
he'd be like, yeah, you
I know you're
it-
supposed to kill me, but I totally trust you, babe.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Dead.
That's
fucking dead.
It's look at how he's not even looking back at any of us. And he's like just silently drooling. like he's vaping,
Just
going
vape
like,
and don't
dude,
look nervous.
The fact that I'm blowing his cover and he's trying to keep like a Jeff Goldblum cool about him right now should freak you out even more. His legs are crossed. He's so fucking casual, just sipping and smoking. I'm shocked you guys aren't more scared. And honestly, I said I'd killed Trevor as a bit. If it was really on, I'm killing Zach immediately. Immediately. If this is a real fight to my death thing, it's where do you think I got the eye gouge shit from? Zach would do that without hesitation.
Well, you got it
Without
from 28 days
hesitation.
later.
He would. Well, the thing is, he would be doing that while looking at the next person to attack. He wouldn't even savor the kill. he'd be on to the next person.
Yeah, but while he's doing
You're
that,
dealing with an absolute murderer,
Go and get
in
him.
Zach.
going
And not because he's wired to be like a psychopath killer. It's because it's what needs to get done. Have you seen how good he's learned at editing on his own? You don't think he can apply that to murdering for survival?
Ending
Do you see how
line.
good he is at editing?
Yeah,
He'd be
look.
a great murderer.
Tell Zach he's got to go learn something.
I
and
just think I
5
could
minutes
kill him,
later, you're
man.
like,
I'm
wow.
sorry, like,
He's traded
sorry that's
options
such a controversial
in a day and
opinion.
made money.
Sorry, it's such a controversial opinion that I could kill one of my best friends. God,
Yeah, I'm sorry,
I
Jake.
think I'd win. Sorry,
You versus Zach.
disagree.
We should have a wrestling
Why
match.
now I will one-on-one
With weapons, I think I
No.
win.
No, we should have
Wrestling?
Okay,
Wrestling.
I'd win.
I like this wrestling. Zach, you think you
Wrestling?
win?
We've wrestled before. I'm stronger.
I've wrestled you.
Yeah, you're fucking
pretty strong.
crazy strong though.
Yeah, well, but
you didn't even turn it on when you were wrestling. But let's not pretend like that was even like a thing.
That was fun. All I'm saying is, you v Zach. I'll watch that.
Remember,
Is it
you
to
don't
the death
remember
or
when we were all
wrestling, though? 'Cause
Wrestling.
Here's the
at
thing,
one period.
Wrestling,
This is before
wrestling-
Trevor moved in.
Okay,
A real
wrestling.
You wanna
thing we can
wrestle,
do.
Trevor?
I'll wrestle.
Okay,
yeah,
wrestling.
dog.
Sure, you beat Zach all the time because he
Sure.
doesn't care. But to the death, you're dead before you even really get a leg. It's the switch on him is non-existent.
With weapons or bare hands, he kills me
If to the death,
to the death.
he's killing you every time.
No.
10 out of 10.
Bare hands, I'm
Every
murdering
time.
Zach.
Every
It's
time.
murdering him in cold blood.
Jake, you don't even understand. To the death, me versus Zach in a room with nothing, I'm worried. I'm legitimately worried. He's going to start doing wiry guy shit that you don't even understand. There's going to be appendages going places. He'll do fucking shit to confuse you as he's killing you. His big toe will be in your asshole for a second, and you'll be like, that's not how fighting goes, as you start to bleed somewhere else. I cannot tell
think I
you
win.
if
I think I win.
if
I think I win.
if we're talking about to the death, Zach is one of those. He's Hannibal Lecter. I do not understand how you guys can't see that.
I just refuse to believe that a man who does this all the time when he walks past me
That's right.
kills me.
Dude,
I refuse to
do you-
believe
do you
that.
not- do you not understand that he's been doing psyops for years on you? Then that you just
Probably.
believe he's not a
Probably.
threat.
We're in the same boat,
You're
Jake.
overconfident.
I'm
right
not
now.
intimidated because
It's
we're such good
incredible. He
friends. That's what he's got on
hasn't
me.
Turned around one time and he's sitting.
You
like
know
a
what he's got on me
fucking
is that I'm
supervillain.
totally underestimating
Look at
him.
how relaxed he is right now. Look at it. He's got one arm. Look at his fucking hand hanging on the armrest. He's
Look at his
moving it
legs
now.
are
He
crossed.
couldn't be more at ease. Because again, in the non-killing world, he's like, whatever. But he knows killing. Look at him.
He knows killing.
He knows killing.
He knows
Yeah.
killing.
That's the title of the episode. Zach knows how to kill.
It's ridiculous to me. Zach wins to the death against any of
All
us
right.
one-on-one.
I'm insulted,
Except
but all right.
maybe Trevor if he gets his head out of his ass.
What?
But see, Trevor would just be like, you know what? I have life insurance. Just kill me.
Yeah.
Fama's gonna get a nice
That's
check.
fair. It also does depend on who's
Pretty
depression's
tired of
flaring up
comedy.
the most.
Tired of going out every night. Fuck this. Just kill me.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I looked at the roller. I'm exhausted now. And the last talking point before the block's got to come up.
You're exhausted, and we didn't even do that much.
I
We can
know.
definitely take you.
No, I don't think so.
How long
You
is
tire
this
out too
episode?
easy.
It's gonna go the full time.
Oh, I thought someone said it was short.
Oh no.
Okay.
No, we're 68 minutes in. We're doing great. We're hovering between 3 and 4 likes. We're doing our job.
Hell yeah.
Which
We're
if you
almost
guys,
back to
guys.
5.
I was gonna
our
say
peak.
if you guys haven't yet, just go ahead and thumbs up and then take it away and then keep thumbs upping.
Smash.
We got
that, like
are we yeah just smash it.
smash it. Smash it like Lou is gonna smash Jake's head into his spine and crush that subscribe button like he's gonna crush my very small neck.
You've got a thick neck.
That's
Again,
true.
you're a meaty boy. I got to take you down first.
Okay.
I'd have
I
to
would
fight
also.
like a wild.
I
thing.
would. I mean, I would kill you and then Trevor.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to. That's the way it goes.
I'm
I don't
just-
like
I'm
it.
just
I-
listening to everybody's
If you guys
strategy so I can
formed an
pack. I can.
alliance, it would suck.
I think Jim and I versus all is.
That's not fair.
I know
No,
it's
it's not.
That's not
it's
fair.
deadly because I would actually sick Jim on Zach to slow him
That's
down.
just- that's
and
just
then have to
fucking-
deal with Zach last.
That is a combined 60 years of demons, just fucking coming up
I don't like
all
that.
at once, and just you're taking it out on the wrong people.
yeah. That's the other thing. Yeah, if we're talking demons, oh boy. But
Dude, it's so fucking hot in here. I feel like I'm sweating my dick off.
yeah. Thinks she's gonna kill me.
Tell
Look at
Salsa
him.
Parlor.
Look at him right now.
He's
He sat down with an air.
Scarily composed.
I know your arrogance right now is
I
incredible.
don't think I win.
He just came over here and he was like, I'm gonna go sit across the man who thinks he could kill me.
Smooth. I gotta piss before
Watch.
we get into abortions.
Okay.
I'm not good at fighting. I'm
What
not,
an
I'm not a good
exit.
fighter.
So now that Lou and
If
Elaine
I have
are
a
gone,
bow, I have a chance, I think.
now that Lou and Elaine are gone, I think we should start an alliance
And kill them.
and kill them.
Okay. I'd be down.
Yeah, talking about
We gotta
it off.
take out Lou first.
Nobody in the comments tell them, because I don't know if they're gonna watch this part. But yeah, the three of us versus them.
I think
Easy
the
peasy.
plan would be have Zach hold Elena back by the arms because it's really only going to take one person to hold her back. Or he could just distract her with like
She's
online
wiry.
shopping or something, right?
It's tough.
And then me and you, we got to kill Lou somehow.
Yeah, well, because everybody will be so in like the free for all. They'll be like everybody for themselves, and we'll be like,
Yeah.
you know,
That'll be the tricky part will be definitely killing Louis. He's just got so much raw strength.
I don't think it is.
Have you ever grappled with him?
No, I don't.
You should
need
try
to.
grappling with him. It's not fun.
I'll try it, but we don't even need to do that.
It is honestly.
I got some stuff.
You should
off
just do
the
that
pod.
for fun. Like bit aside, it is frightening.
I'm gonna have the entire house booby trapped. Lou's gonna come for one of us. He's gonna take he's upside down, ankle in a rope that I
Yeah.
learned how to do.
He's gonna step on a weight platform and fucking arrows are gonna shoot in his neck. Just
Fucking
dying.
arrogant prick.
What did I do? Like I stepped on one of your fucking Lego playsets. Now that's why this happens.
Here's the thing: he's given us all of his plans on air.
That's
you know?
true. He gave up a lot of intel.
Oh, hey, Lou.
What's up, dude? What's up, our best friend?
Hello, guy.
Nothing. I was just thinking about how I told you guys completely wrong things I was gonna do in the hopes that you would make counter plans to those, so my real plans could be counter plans to your wrong counter plans. Look at him though. He's this whole time. You guys have been riffing bits about how to kill Elena and I. I'm sure while we were gone, Zach's still savoring every sweet nothing murder he does.
If I got the bow,
It's all about
I've been
the
getting
kill.
pretty good at drawing and firing that thing pretty quick.
I didn't tell you I hit the bag yesterday. I was making major improvements.
No, that's
I was making major improvements, but me and Joe also
you
lost
see how
like
fucking condescending that clap was?
Yeah, it was.
He's also holding his coffee mug like a whiskey tumbler now.
That's how I hold my mug.
Sure.
I was making major improvements yesterday, but then me and Joe lost like 2 of your arrows, so we were like, we should stop.
Oh, those are his arrows.
Oh,
Yeah, we'll
sorry.
get 'em. Whatever. I'll order 1,000 more because we're getting ready for siege combat. I don't know if you guys addressed Sean Murray asking if we were watching the Mayweather Jake Paul fight. No, and
Watch
I
the
don't.
Nah.
highlights.
I might actually try and find a stream.
Dude, I might, but I'm just gonna wait.
I feel like Sports
Surge.
Surge will have it.
Is he
I've been
fighting
watching
now?
NBA playoffs.
What's up?
Who's he fighting now?
Jake Paul's gonna fight Floyd Mayweather.
The greatest
Or
boxer
not
of
Jake
all
Paul,
time.
Logan Paul. Logan Paul's gonna fight.
That's the bigger
Floyd
one, right?
Mayweather.
Yeah.
Tight.
I don't know, man. Here's the thing. Again, I said it after that Triller event with Jake Paul versus Ben Askren. I did it once for the circus and sport of it, but I'm like, I actually don't care anymore about these like exhibition fights because it's like kind of exhausting, a waste of time and money. And I'm
I'll
like,
stop caring when he gets knocked out. I just like now that
Logan or Jake?
either one,
Okay.
both of them.
As
I want
in-
to see
as a
both of
hive
them get knocked
mind.
the fuck out.
Is it Tyrone Woodley?
Tyron Woodley's
Yeah.
going to murder Jake Paul. Like
This is the first one where I'm like, ooh, Jake, this is
Someone pull up that video of Jake, all of us being like, Ben Askren's gonna murder him.
I mean, Ben Askren is not a boxer or a striker.
Hey,
though,
but-
where it's
and I
like
get that, but
Tyron
we-
actually
I-
knows how to throw hands.
We were talking a lot of shit.
Well, near the end of it though,
I still don't
did
buy that
start
that was,
thinking I was like, Jake Paul might actually just land that haymaker on him, which he did. But
He did do
I don't
that.
know, man. Is Tyrone Woodley a striker?
Yeah.
Okay, this one will be real. Is he really? What
Yeah,
does he
no.
specialize in?
I think Muay Thai and boxing.
Oh yeah, that's scary.
Yeah.
Okay. He's about to
You
take.
should
on
watch some Tyron Woodley highlights.
I was gonna
He's a
say
fucking
Tyrone Woodley
beast.
in his prime still, and has a background in boxing. I'm like, yeah, this is a real fight. And if Jake Paul wins this one, I'll be
Also,
like, all right, real
has
boxer, bro.
genuine bitterness towards those dudes.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck you guys for making this sport into a fucking circus.
Yep. Yeah. And I think because Tyrone Woodley has a UFC contract.
He's a former champion. He still fights for the UFC.
Right. I was gonna say. I think Dana White let him loose to do it though. He let him. He allowed him to do
okay,
it.
cool.
Because Dana White's over it as well. But
Yeah, no, I believe that.
I don't know. I think it's kind of bullshit. But
Yeah,
can't
it's
wait
just
for Jake
like
Paul to be
it's
on the
just
show.
annoying. It's genuinely annoying to watch like a sport that I enjoy just turn into like a fucking mockery.
yeah,
Speaking of things that should never have been born.
I was gonna say a hard segue into it, but I'm here for it. Something that we're gonna get a little bit heavy on the morning show. So happy go fun silly times. We're gonna talk about the South doing what the South does, which is the right thing, and then liberals just get real upset about it. No, this is terrifying. Okay, Elena, you want to spearhead this one because it's kind of horrific.
I mean, we're just talking about the Supreme Court is hearing a case from like Mississippi lawmakers. Don't quote me on any of this.
Okay.
But basically, they're entertaining the idea of imposing a 15-week, like a ban on abortions after 15 weeks. And it's just it's kind of scary because right now it's I believe it's like 24 weeks. So it's like the general consensus is that if it wouldn't survive outside of the womb, you're able to,
Okay,
abort
so
it in most
I'm
states. But like places like Texas, you've got a 6 week. That's like a heartbeat bill, and 6 weeks is usually a woman doesn't know she's pregnant. Like if I was a week late on my period, I would wait another week before I took a test. So that's 6 weeks.
Not proud to admit it, but I'm like kind of willfully ignorant when it comes to abortions, just because it's like, as a guy, I'm like, this is not something I really have to deal with. Practice safe sex and go from there. But I don't. What is 24 weeks versus 15?
So
what's the difference
it's
there?
the amount of time you have to figure out if you're pregnant, or the amount of time you have to make a decision on whether or not you're able to take care of that child.
No, I just meant like. What's going
they're
on
just
at
making it
15 weeks
harder.
to 24 weeks?
They're
Is like 15 weeks would
It makes it harder for people to get abortions, so there'll be less of them.
right? But could a 15 weeks is not long enough for something to survive outside the womb, right?
I mean,
is 24.
there's miracle cases of
Jesus
people. Like some
Christ,
people
really?
straight up, like there's a lot of pro-lifers out there that have had like premature babies, and they're like, my baby was born at 23 weeks. Like how dare you? And so like I understand like that side of the argument as well, but the problem that's also comes with it is that like in a lot of southern states, you can't get an abortion even if that baby was a product of incest or rape.
Good Lord.
So you're forced to have a child, and then miscarriages are investigated, which is really, really troubling.
Like always now?
Yeah, well, that's how it will be because they have to decide if you had an abortion or not. So I can't imagine trying to have a baby and struggling to have a baby and then having a miscarriage and having them decide that I did something to cause that, and then I go to jail for murdering my child that I wanted.
Now, does this go against? Are
Roe
they
v.
trying
Wade.
to? They're
either going
overturn
to
Roe v. Wade.
Pretty much. I mean, the southern states really would like that, but they're either going to reinforce it or change it.
Okay. Now, again, I know of the precedent set. Roe v. Wade was that you can have abortions, but is there any like time frames within the Roe v. Wade case?
I'm not super familiar. Like I haven't read Roe v. Wade or anything like that. I just know that it's the case that it's the case that they named the law after because they needed it.
Yeah.
But no, it's just like the principle of things too. Just with like, because like people always say like you can't ban abortions.
Right.
Because people are going to have abortions. They're just not going to be safe, and women are just going to die trying to not have a baby.
Yeah.
So that's basically, I mean, fucking, yeah. And it kind of sucks because, like, the stuff that we're going to get into, the, like, block of cringe on the abortion stuff is that, like, I guess I'll say Gen Z. I don't want to blanket statement them, but, like, they're, like, so pro-choice that it's like almost pro-abortion now.
I
Where you're
yeah,
like trying to
yeah.
get clout for like
It's-
having it. Like I've seen like things where people are like taking a pregnancy test and they're like, oh my god, they're like, now I have to get an abortion.
Yeah, they're
you
like,
know? And I'm just
there's like
what?
TikToks of people like joking around at the abortion clinic. I'm like, you know that's just like giving ammunition
It's
to the right
horrible.
wing.
It would be horrifying to get an abortion.
Okay, so
Yeah, it would not be cool.
because
No.
this kind of coincides with the block of cringe this week. Yeah, like I didn't know this, but there's so like obviously pro-lifers are loud and always outside of like Planned Parenthoods and whatnot. But
There's-
I'm not lying. Every time I drive down Clifford Street, there's always like at least one person
have
there.
you seen the two people? There's they can't stand in the parking lot anymore.
Yeah, so they're across
So
the
they're
road.
across the road
Yeah.
and they're in the parking lot that my laundromat's in. So I see them all the time. And there's one lady with a real like official like pray to end abortion sign, and it's got like a phone number and a website you can go to.
Yeah.
And then there's a dude that stands next to her and he has a handmade sign that says, "I will take your baby."
Oh my goodness.
And I'm just imagining if she can't make it one day, and
First
then there's
of
just a dude in the parking lot with a sign that says, "I'll take your baby."
No, he fucking won't. Because if he
No.
would, if he wanted a kid and he wanted to actually like help it, he'd just go adopt a fucking kid.
It's like, the
I-
best thing that could happen if you gave your child to that man is that it gets sold into sex slavery and
Oh.
adopted by a nice, rich man that takes care of it. That's the best thing that could happen.
Both those things? or
Yeah,
one
I
of
feel
them?
like you could have a little bit better of a life, but
Yeah.
that's,
No,
that's
if you
me.
gave it to that man, that's
Oh,
what would
fair,
happen.
fair
Like,
enough.
that's
Yeah.
the best thing that could happen is
Yeah.
that like
Probably
something
best
horrible
case.
would happen, and then like someone decent within that horrible, someone decent.
Well, because
within that horrible-
Nebraska has like that drop your baby off at a fire department law where you what's funny is like it can be any age child, which is also weird. Can you imagine dropping a 17-year-old
Yeah,
off
man,
at the
I'm
fire
done with 'em.
department? Be like, here you go. You
I'm
got a
done with
new
'em.
recruit.
What just happened, Elena?
Ugh, I don't know if it was almond milk like getting like all like congealed together, but I
Oh.
like took the last sip and there was something like mushy and gross in it. And
Yeah, I
just
saw that. I
couldn't
was gonna
do
move
it.
right on
Gross.
by.
I couldn't
Bro, I
do
went to
it.
go take a drink of my fucking like it was like fresh water that I made the other day,
Ew,
and then
fucking
there was a fucking fly in it, dude.
Did you just say fresh water you made?
Yeah, well, I got from the
Just
sink.
double checking.
Like it was like a fresh glass of ice water
I
that
thought
I
you
like.
got hydrogen and oxygen and
No,
fucking
yeah.
around in your bedroom with the little.
I was doing it in the
chemistry set.
garage, our meth
Like,
lab
hear something
garage. I turned
explode.
into a water.
Hey,
Jake!
sorry guys,
No.
I made
Jake-
hydrogen gas and then I started smoking.
Sorry, that
and,
sounded really fancy. I
Yeah.
got it from the sink and
I was
put
like,
some ice cubes in it,
fucking
and
make-
then 10 minutes later, I took a sip and felt a fucking fly enter my mouth, and I was like,
I love. That's how I'm gonna. Whenever I put ice in water, I'm gonna say I made this water.
"Can you make
Made
me
it
some
up.
water?"
But no. So the creepy dude and lady standing aside adjacent in the parking lots. What I always am like, okay, this is weird. But other side of the bell curve now, though, there are not only like you were saying, people. It's like there's pro-life and then pro-choice, but now there's actually like pro. It seems like there's. I think Zach. I don't know if you can find it online, but it's like shout your abortion or something. And there's actually an advocate group that is like
Talk about it.
pro-abortion.
Even
Yeah.
if you just type hashtag abortion on TikTok, you'll find like abortion clout videos.
It's wild, man.
It's
Like,
gross.
Some
is what
well,
it
here's
is.
the
I
thing.
mean.
Most of them, I looked into it more. Most of them are fake. Like it's just people faking for the sake of a joke. So it's like abortion jokes in
It's
this
even
setting.
worse, almost. You know?
Yeah,
Like, I mean, I guess 'cause you're not actually getting an abortion, it's not as bad. But like, to try and get clout for it is gross. It's the same thing that they do with like mental illness and stuff. It's like you have to have something fucking horrible happen to you so that people feel bad for you.
Yeah. Well, do you think it comes from people wanting clout from the status of victimhood?
Yes,
Yeah.
there's a huge victimization of self going
Right
on.
now
Yes,
in Gen Z or just in the world?
everybody.
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 I see. I was talking about. I was talking.
Everybody here, everybody out there, we're
Yeah.
all doing it.
I see.
Like,
I was talking with a buddy about that though, and I hate it. Like I ranted about it on stage a little bit because we got Jack Reeves. Even the anti-abortion protesters on the street corners are getting crafty. They have QR codes. Yeah, it's pretty wild. I've seen homeless guys asking for money at Venmos now, but like I just remember the whole victimhood thing or people like wanting to be victimhood and the mental illness one I can actually sympathize with. And I've talked about this on stage, off stage. I'm like, man, if somebody could flick a switch and like take all of my mental illnesses away and like, I don't know, I didn't have clout or jokes or funniness because of it, I'd be like, I'd do it in a heartbeat. Like,
Yeah.
like anybody that wants to be a victim, I'm like, yeah, it's fucking stupid. Just be grateful you're not.
Well, it's
And-
really, it pisses me off because, like, even in, like, the other thing is, like, yeah, I want all my, like, if someone could take away all my mental illnesses, that'd be dope. But it's, like, you have to take away all the, like, shit that, like, led to it, too.
right.
And so,
right.
like, that's, like, where it, like, sucks. It's almost like Jake Paul saying he's a boxer. Like,
Well,
you know what
yeah.
I mean? And just,
Or-
you're just like, bro, you didn't take the hits, though.
Well,
like, to, like, be that, I
or
guess.
or like the suburb struggle where it's like, yeah, you grew up like pretty okay. Like,
yeah, and
you
like,
know,
things
like,
can be bad, but it's just like I don't even know. Like, and like the victimized, like people do it all the time. Like it happened in the Larry Nassar case. There was like 40 claims that were just false.
yeah.
Like there
Yeah,
was a lady
it's
in
fucked
our
up.
like we have like a private like Facebook group where we like talk about stuff, and there was like a lady that was like a real big like player in that. Like, you know, she was like all over like
fake?
posting
She
stuff.
was a faker?
But yeah, and she was, and then
Yeah.
she was a faker. She like had like this MLM thing, and she said some shit on her like live stream that like outed her, and they looked into it, and she had fraudulent claims.
Fuck her.
And it kind of fucked like everyone because then you know MSU's kind of like,
Yeah.
well, we can't give anyone any money because we got to look into all these, you
Fraudulent
know,
claims.
yeah. And so, yeah, it just sucks. People jump on the bandwagon for anything, and that's the same thing like we say with cancel culture too. Like where
Yeah.
it's just like,
Yeah.
unless someone's doing something that's literally illegal that they can sit in front of a jury for, like why, like you're just doing it because you want to be a part of something.
Yeah,
you want to
I-
be heard, and you want to feel right.
Well, okay. I was gonna ask you guys, like, as comedians though, like, do you just see this as a gross, like, bad take on an abortion joke?
No,
No.
I think it's
no.
people trying to use abortion for personal gain, and it's disgusting.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people have been trying to use like disgusting things for like personal clout. Like everybody, like last summer when they were going crazy about like child sex trafficking because all those conspiracy theories. Dude, I never thought in my lifetime I would see people chasing clout over fucking child sex trafficking. I'm like, are you really trying to get likes on Facebook with this?
Yeah,
right
or
now?
people be like, story
so-
time when I was
Yeah.
I was human trafficked, you know, and I'm just
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So like
what?
anytime
That's
I
a
see
thing?
something like this, I'm
could
like,
be true. We don't
I'm
know.
like, there's probably a few people that are just making fun of these people
Yeah.
and doing it ironically, but there are like people's fucking craziness is never beyond me anymore.
Okay.
So when I
yeah.
see shit like this, I'm like, this is probably genuine, and I hate this shit because look at the website, like that's Daily Caller. I think that's like a right-wing conservative news outlet.
Jesus.
So shit like this, like Gen Z needs to realize, like, if you want all these like laws to stay in place, or you want people to actually take you fucking seriously, you cannot post shit like this because it just gives like the right-wing press
like
just ammunition.
Yeah.
no, it
it's-
just sucks because it's like just like another case of like a bad apple ruining an orchard, and you're just like, okay, like just like a few of them that
And
I
I-
just
I'll say this real quick. The right-wing press takes a lot of shit out of context in an effort to make like their side look right. There's no context in which this could ever be okay, in my opinion.
Okay. Well, let's play it because it's kind of real. It's real cringe this week. It's
Yeah,
not like
this
guy
is real
pissing his pants cringe. This is a little bit different. So, yeah, because first of all, if it's real, it's kind of like, oh my god, where we? Because you guys both immediately said like no to it being a joke, and I'm trying to wrap my head around it, being like, is this an evolution of humor that I just don't understand? And I don't know.
don't
Well,
think
that's. I mean, yeah. Here's the thing. If I understand it, I can still disagree with it, but I'm still trying to wrap my head around
Here's
it.
the thing. I don't think it's humor at all because Gen Zers don't even like edgy humor. Like they don't even like like dark jokes. So like, why would they joke about abortion?
Though, because it's ridiculous to me. Because it seems.
because some people do think it is humor.
Well, yeah, and I don't think it's edgy anymore because to have an abortion, and this is why I'm like why I'm having trouble understanding it as humor, because abortion is a taboo topic, and I think taboo things can be joked about. And I've heard funny abortion jokes that aren't like this, but I don't know if you guys have. I've heard funny abortion jokes. Like it's again
Yeah,
a
they exist.
I've
yeah.
never heard an abortion joke.
Really,
I never heard an abortion joke. Period. And I don't know
Hey, there's one.
how it could be.
Yeah, I was like you just made one.
But no, I
Shot
just,
yourself in the
just
foot on
the
that
thing
one.
about it is that it's just like this context, this
Yeah.
could never be funny.
Okay.
Like Jake said, like
Yeah.
like there's one thing about like trying to do stand-up comedy and like write a joke about something.
Yeah.
Also something that's from your own experience, but in my opinion, as a woman, I don't think anyone that's had an abortion is gonna sit there and be like, "This is comedy fucking gold," and like I should like you know like I don't see it
I'm
happening.
right there with you.
Who said like in your time listening to abortion jokes? Who said them? Was it a male or female?
I've heard both.
Yeah, I've heard
I've
both.
heard
Because
as well,
I don't want to hear a male's take on abortion ever.
Okay.
What if it's a really good take?
Yeah. What?
I like Trevor's got a
just
good
said that to make
ironic
Zach
one
laugh.
that's not really about abortion, but like I don't want to hear anyone
Have
like
you heard Diego's?
I don't think so.
It's pretty fucking funny.
Very
actually.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
You
it's
wanna go halvesies
again,
on
it's
an abo?
a joke. Yeah. Well, yeah. There's a punch, but okay. Let's just watch this and kind of contextualize
Yeah.
it, and then because I'm picking up what you're putting down, but
But also Diego has a baby. If Diego's wife was like, "Nah, bro, this is gone," he
Right,
wouldn't
right.
have that abortion joke probably.
well, or they would have had an abortion.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, but it's just things change when you
Right.
actually go through it. I think that there's, and I'm not saying that there's not someone out there that's done it. There probably is, but
I've definitely
that's how I would feel about it.
What's-
You know,
Yeah.
and I talk about shit that's not great on stage too, but
Right,
not
right.
abortion.
But kind of going back to like, so there's the stand up aspect to it, but then like what's fucked up is I know what you're saying where it's like people that have gone through it probably haven't laughed at it, but I know one or two people, not well, but personally, like I
Mhm.
know them in person that do like have a sick twisted sense on the abortion they had.
Yeah.
And it's that's why when I see this, I was like, I don't get it, but like I know it's out there.
Yeah, and
it
I'm not
freaked me
saying
out.
comedy's not subjective because it
Yeah.
is, and like if you laugh at something, then like it's funny. But I just think it's like the same thing as like suicide, where it's just people. There's such a wide spectrum to abortion
Right,
that you're
right.
like, you know, I don't know.
Yeah.
Where it's just like some people get abortions because they were raped. Like
Yeah,
you know, like
yeah.
there's like other things tied on
Right,
to it as
right,
well.
right.
It's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
just like when people hear abortion, it's not just abortion for a lot of people.
Right. And in a comedy setting, it's automatically a trigger where like
Yeah.
people
It's a
are
big
going
trigger.
to
But
Yeah.
if someone if someone pulls off an abortion joke and I laugh, I'm gonna be like, wow, that was good.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
You
And
know,
that's
I'm not sitting here saying I'm
I-
never gonna laugh at something
I think
that
the
I don't
biggest
agree with.
problem
but-
with offensive comedy right now, quote unquote, is just that it's always like brand new open micers who gravitate towards those subjects for whatever reason. Like I don't know, whatever.
because shock
Well,
is,
the other thing is like
you
it's
know,
the same thing as like it's like if you're gonna make jokes about like gay people or like black people, like your joke, like it should make those people laugh.
Dude,
Right.
I haven't seen
But,
a
like,
white.
you know
I
what
have
I
not
mean?
seen
Like, it
a
should-
white comic make a
like-
black joke in so long.
Like yeah.
So
I was
long.
gonna say, dude, that's like half my hour. What are you talking about?
Yeah. But
gonna
just
say,
like,
I
but it
agree
should
with-
make those people laugh. Like those people should be like kind of your target audience for the joke if you're gonna joke about it. I
No,
guess
I
in
get
my
that. I was
opinion,
just
you
saying.
know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just saying. I was
No,
just
I
trying
know,
to
it's
rattle
just-
my brain. I was like, when's the last time I saw like a white comedian making fun of black people? It's been a minute, dude.
I was gonna say you haven't been doing a lot of mics lately.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
That's a fair point
They're
too.
out there.
Also, we can talk about open mic problems, but I'm of a stance that I'm like, yeah, you're gonna hear horrible jokes at open mics, but it's the batting cages, and unfortunately, like that's gonna happen there. Like you're gonna see.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's like open mic comedy. You see some gems, and then you'll just see horrible takes because you're like, yeah, it's. But all right, we've
We
teased
can
it
talk
enough.
about
Let's,
open
yeah,
mic
yeah,
comedy
yeah.
later.
Yeah,
let's get back to abortion.
Yeah.
We'll talk about the real
Yeah.
issues
Yeah.
later.
Yeah.
Let's we've teased it enough as well. So Zach, yeah, let's play some clips.
Oh my god, guys. I'm freaking out. What am I gonna do? Just kidding, I already scheduled the appointment.
Oh my god, dude.
I am what conservatives fear!
Oh my god.
That's good.
How do you feel, Ashley?
Oh my god, dude, this is so fun. This is what I don't like about Gen Z. They just have no fucking respect. Like, I get it, being edgy is fucking cool, being disrespect, like, fuck the man, but like, dude, you gotta have a decent, like basic level of respect for humans. Like that's just so fucked up.
It
I
does.
feel like a safe way to think about it is just like you're like as a woman is you're like if I ever got pregnant, I don't know what I would do. Like I feel like that's the like good
Yeah,
answer.
for sure.
Not just being like abortion. I
Immediately
like,
jumping towards abortion.
Yeah, like I don't I mean, I don't know. If you're a 15, 16-year-old girl, different story.
Sure.
There's
you know
so
what I
many
mean?
acceptable
Like,
instances.
At this point in time, like at least the way I also think about it, sorry for being so serious, everybody listening, but like I'm at a point now where I'm living on my own, I'm taking care of myself, all that shit. Like I should be responsible enough to not get pregnant because it's not very hard.
Yeah.
So
Also, if you could be a little bit funnier about the abortion
Sorry.
stuff, that'd be cool.
sorry.
I'm just fucking with you, dude.
Some tags.
I'm sorry I'm giving you so much shit today.
Be as funny as these TikToks, which again,
These
like,
are hilarious.
well, it's do you guys understand like why I'm like having
No,
trouble? My
I-
robot brain is like trying to be like
That
it's
last
funny."
one like broke my fucking mind, dude. Like just the
'Cause some
lack
of
of
them are
respect for just decency.
Yeah.
Oh man, there it is.
Oh, come on.
Trevor with it. Okay, a few more.
I mean,
'cause
it's funny in like an oh my god, holy shit
Yeah.
type of way. You're
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like,
yeah.
If you zoom-
wowzers.
if
I'm
you-
recoiling.
if you zoom out just to be like, oh my god, are they actually at a clinic
I'm
just filming people?
recoiling.
Where are we in culture?
Yeah. I'm like, that's where we're at. All right, let's keep her going. Oh my.
I don't think I should rub their stuff.
To people that are pro-life, I
That last
hate
one was
you.
good. That last one was just
Why
talking
can't
about
women have
the-
Made
abortion?
regular, normal points.
Wait, hang on. This
The
one's
last-
yeah, okay.
I just think the last one was just talking about the difficulties in getting one, which
Yeah,
is a
that one wasn't
reasonable
really-
criticism.
Right.
That
That's-
one wasn't trying to be like, well, check out how hilarious this is.
Yeah.
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 Super
This
funny
one is-
topic.
It's scary. Go ahead.
To people that are pro-life, I hate you. Why can't women have abortions? I just saw a pro-life sign driving down the road having a mental breakdown, and I just want to say, all you people you're so stupid.
I didn't understand half of
This
what she
guy
said.
said, I could feel pain before I was born. It's a baby. Bitch, I was born and I can feel pain. I wish I wasn't born. Stop bringing these
what's
kids
going on?
into horrible homes because you're pro-birth. You're
Jesus.
stupid.
You're
And I wish I had been aborted.
So
She's driving with her phone on the highway. Who's dumb now?
hang on. So I here's what, again where
This
I'm
is
like,
a weird
are
compilation,
we
by the
are
way.
we gonna be like, am I an old fogey that like just doesn't get it? Like, am I the guy that doesn't
I don't
understand?
think that was a joke. I think that was just
I-
a tragic video of this
Yeah.
girl like, losing it.
What's bad
like,
is like I don't
already
know
in a
if I
stressful
believe it.
position.
It's and the Daily Caller's like, look how funny this girl abortions.
See, here's the thing,
she
though.
thinks abortion's
This
so
is
funny.
a weird compilation.
Weird
Like
comp.
these
This is
videos
how the
are
youth
all
feels
over
about
the
it.
place.
Dude, well, yeah. I mean,
the first one I'm like, whoa.
This isn't a
Second
Som-
one I'm like, okay, yeah, I get it. The third one I'm like,
It's not a sommelier
This
pick
isn't-
though. We're going with what the internet has this week.
This is what the Daily Caller thought was important.
Yeah, right. No, but okay. What weirds me out though about that last one in particular, because like, yeah, she was having a breakdown on camera. But the reason like I'm skeptical about like breakdowns like that is I'm like, you still gotta like edit and post and do a few things. So you have a breakdown like that, but then you compose yourself enough to post it
Yeah.
still. I'm like, fucking bullshit.
That's exactly it. Because sometimes because I have anxiety, so sometimes what I'll do when I'm like getting real worked up, I'll
Yeah.
like record myself on Snapchat talking about it, and then
Yeah.
I like watch it back, and like halfway through, I'm like, ugh,
Yeah,
and I just
like,
delete it.
it's like when
I'm
you
like,
write
how
an-
can you post that?
Right, you write an angry letter, you don't send it.
Yeah,
you like
exactly.
fucking if that
Well,
was
people
real.
with
Like,
mental illness, send them.
yeah, I guess.
I feel
Yeah.
like the people
They
who
go get like, I
compiled-
gotta go get stamps.
I
Yeah.
feel like these videos were compiled though with like a pro-life
Oh yeah.
like slant
It's
because
a-
like some of this stuff is just like them.
This is propaganda, yeah.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
the Daily
yeah.
Caller.
Oh,
Yeah.
is it the?
Yeah,
it's
it's in
up
the
on
corner.
top.
It's called the Daily
Oh,
Caller.
That was
yeah.
that
I
was
saw,
the
like,
point I made
3-minute
when you were out of the
video.
room. Is like I
Hey.
hate shit like this because then like fucking
Okay.
conservative
Thank
news
God.
outlets are like, look how funny Gen Z thinks abortion is.
Zach,
Okay,
if you
cool.
go back to the
Deal.
YouTube thing, that there's like a video 2 or 3 down from the first one that If you just go abortion TikTok. Let's see. The EWTN one is one I watched that shows them. And again, EWTN is like a
Disgusting
Christian
TikTok
network.
abortion compilation.
We should get a playlist of these going.
Yeah. No. Go up to the EWTN one. And again, it's EWTN's take, but just go to the actual TikToks on
What
this
is
one.
EWTN?
It's like a Christian.
Pro-Life
yeah.
Weekly? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Attractive.
Look at
Nice.
That's her rolling her eyes at abortion.
I'm not gonna lie though, that I watched this
Ugh,
video the other day,
abortion.
and that woman does say some of the shit that we have said about like it not being a joke, but
Yeah.
it's weird.
As a strong show of support for this disturbing trend, the prominent abortion activist behind the Shout Your Abortion campaign,
never mind. I
Amelia
guess I know what you're
Bono,
talking
has hired a young woman.
Yeah,
That's
never
her
mind,
fucking
never mind.
TikTok, Dave?
Never
Abortion
mind.
Queen, yeah.
Fuck it. All right, I don't know where the actual clips
Wow.
are.
Shout
There's,
your
but there's a few more clips. I love that that's gonna be in the Salsa Parlor YouTube algorithm now. He's like, you want some more of this?
You want some more pro?
Want some abortion stories?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Volume 1, that means there's more coming.
Yeah.
Shout Your Abortion Stories, Volume 1.
Dude, I'm telling you,
Jesus
man,
Christ.
it's out
I
there.
got
And
nothing to say.
we
on
got
that.
we got funny ass Jack
comments.
Reeves going, yeah, popping a filter on your mental breakdown or your breakdown is wild. Where are the doggies? What's that?
Having a breakdown. I see it on TikTok.
I'll give you this much. Having a breakdown on like TikTok or Instagram, if it's a story, I believe it maybe a little bit more than like a YouTube one. Because a YouTube breakdown, you got to put that through an editor.
I don't understand putting your shit.
Dude,
on the internet.
that's why I think it's kind of like the victim like clout seeking behavior.
Yeah.
It's
Victimization of self, because you get, that's the same thing. It's why Munchausen by proxy is a thing. It's because I'm sorry, I'm going super
what's
extreme here.
Munchausen by proxy?
So
Yeah.
Munchausen syndrome is when you make people think that something's wrong with you, and Munchausen by proxy is when you make people think something is wrong with one of your dependents. So like,
Okay.
that's like the Gypsy Rose Blanchard case, where
Gotcha.
like she like gave her daughter medication that gave her like seizures and like
Gotcha.
shit like that. You know, like pretended that she had leukemia, like, but it's because people feel bad. And you get that, pity, and people like run off of it.
Wait, Munchausen by proxy isn't a foreign food dish?
It kind of
It
sounds
sounds
tasty.
delicious,
It
dude.
sounds
Tasty.
tasty. It sounds
Sounds
like
so
Valium in your
good.
mashed potatoes. But
What are we having for dinner tonight? Munchausen by proxy.
I'd have some
Ooh.
Valium.
This was a big old sheesh from me. That's my official take on this.
Yeah.
Just sheesh.
Yeah, I mean, well, hang on. I'm not gonna go into it. This is a bad riff. I'll riff it
Yeah,
after,
probably.
and we'll see if it.
Jeez, Pete's. Yeah, I was all over the place.
Yeah, well, I mean, the ultimate cringe of the week was that the fact those exist.
Yeah.
I'm like, Jesus
the ultimate
Christ.
cringe is every one of us. Not just in this room, but in the country.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
this week's ultimate
Shame
cringe.
America
on
is
us.
the ultimate cringe. Of
Church
the
on
week.
Sunday. See you guys there.
yeah, but yeah, they're gonna look at that in October of this year, and then they'll have a vote or an opinion
God,
on
I
it in
swear to God.
spring or summer of 2022. So
Oh,
I hope to
Jesus.
God they don't decide the future of abortion based on people's TikToks.
God, that would be horrifying.
I hope they don't either. Also,
Because that's
TikTok's
what-
a Chinese spyware, and nobody's talking about that.
Not
still.
anymore, baby.
Oh yeah, is it
America bought
American?
it
We
out.
bought it out, dude.
Did we?
We're good.
Yep.
You should just make it
I'm
easier
sure
for
they
women to get their
definitely
tubes
don't have any
tied.
backdoors into it still.
The problem with TikTok, I think, is that you have all these like attention-seeking people who aren't necessarily like representative of.
Just love
Is
that
like
you're
burp.
burping through
Just
that.
talking through burps.
That's what I was doing when I was off mic. I was just chugging vodka out of our freezer. No, but you get these like attention-seeking folks who kind of become like the professors, I guess, of like, as in they're professing ideas like for their entire generation. We're like, what's up with these fucking people?
Yeah.
And it's like, you're just looking at the crazy, weird narcissists like running a TikTok. Like they used to just go be hot and play sports and like do cool hot people stuff.
Yeah.
And now they're like telling us everything all the time. And so we're using like just the worst people of a generation to be like, look at them.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you've got so many people who are going through these like weird situations, and then you've got these people who are like, ugh.
I think if it eases you at all, because it is skin crawling to be like, oh god, that's out there. I still think it's a hyper minority of people
of
just
course,
being
that's what I'm saying.
super loud and
Yeah.
gross. And I'm like,
The majority of it is it's the same as it's always been.
yeah, you just
know?
kind of, it's just social media in general is given.
There's a lot of people liking
Huge.
those posts though.
Yeah, but there's again, like I think social media just gives people a huge platform to be loud as fuck, and a small amount of people. And I know hundreds of thousands seems like a huge amount of people still, but if we are going macro on it, I'm like out of billions,
On
it's
TikTok, that's nothing.
Yeah, and
I know so many people with like 1 million views on stuff.
I think I saw an ad for TikTok in the beginning when I got on TikTok, and they were talking about TikTok and saying that they get 11 trillion views a day.
Yeah, so even like 100,000 likes, that's nothing.
I mean, so kind of a little bit of a gear shift here. You guys say America, the American company bought it out?
Yeah.
Which one?
I believe their servers are housed with like Oracle, if you're familiar with them.
Which is, I think, Amazon still.
Is it
Amazon,
Oracle's?
owns.
I
yeah,
thought they were
pretty.
independent. Okay.
Are they?
I don't know. I thought they were because they're a huge company.
Okay.
Financial tech. Anyways, I think Microsoft was looking at it as well. Someone definitely.
I know
bought 'em.
Microsoft was looking at it. I didn't know they bought it. But here's the thing. It was developed by the Chinese Communist Party. Like it was actually a
it's spyware.
state-funded app as spyware designed to be a dopamine hit like you wouldn't believe. Like the same way you guys hit Jules, they designed TikTok to be like hit like that. Like you gotta keep going to it.
The past 2 times I went to the bathroom, I sat there and watched TikToks. While, like
Your
do it all the time.
Your first couple of videos, I heard, they'll like boost so that like whatever you put out there, like you get like 1,500 views on it, and you're like, fuck.
Yeah, yeah.
And like if you're a 13-year-old kid, you know, who's like struggling in school to like fit in,
YouTube star.
Yeah, like if you're not getting that validation at school, it's like, oh, you're going straight for that those sweet views that TikTok feeds you, just enough to keep fucking watching. It's nuts, dude. It's crazy. It's genius. Whoa.
Oh my god!
Can I swap out? Does he want to be on mic?
Speaking of TikTok stars, get in here, buddy.
Here, I'm swapping out. You take my seat.
Oh my goodness. We'll go for it.
Get in there.
Thanks,
Get in there. Did he?
Yeah, dude.
What did he get?
I got a nice milk.
Oh, right. All right, guys. A very special guest popping in on the morning show. We've been trying to get him forever. It's not Matthew McConaughey, but it should be a little bit better.
Feels like it, right?
Yeah, it does. Absolutely. Joe McMillan, everybody. Longtime friend of OG Yondo.
OG Yondo, yes.
Yeah.
Also, he's looking for his care package, by the way.
Yeah, it's in the mail. Do you want to just give it to him? When are you going to see him
That's
next?
today. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Then I'm just going to give it to you, and then you can give it to him.
Awesome.
That'll work. Does he want it in a box or just loose?
He probably would like it loose.
All right, we'll give it to him loose. I'm going to give it to him loose then.
He usually likes it loose, you know.
All right. All right. So, Joe, I'm glad. Yeah, I was going to say you hopped in. How do you feel about ABOs?
You know, it's a woman's choice.
Yeah? How do you feel about ABOs on TikTok?
Wrong
I
answer.
would say safe answer, lame.
You're on the wrong answer. You're on the blaze.
Blaze,
Well, we're Salsa Parlor on Parlor. Spicy
Nice.
sauce, baby. We'll before we get into shameless plugs, because Joe just got here and OG Yondo hit us with a specific question, which is how you segue out of abortion, which is to abruptly change topics. Let's see. Yeah. Just that didn't go well. This podcast should have ended 5 minutes earlier, but let's go ahead and. Have anybody seen the new Bo Burnham special?
Yeah.
Not yet.
Inside. No, I haven't.
I've seen a couple. I saw one song off of it besides the Jeff Bezos songs that Zach showed me. It made me. It was very funny, but it also made me like fucking sad. So I haven't watched the rest of the special yet.
Did you watch it, Joe?
I saw a couple clips of it, and it was a bit sad looking at times. But
Okay.
I haven't actually watched it yet.
I've seen the clips that Zach showed me and a few others, but I want to sit down. Here's the thing, it's one of those specials I want to sit down and actually I think I want to watch alone, because I'm like he did it alone, and I'm like, you know, watching it with a group I think would be fun eventually, but I do kind of want to just sit down and watch it in the similar capacity of like being locked inside alone for a year. Because
That's that's what he was going through when he wrote it.
Yeah, I
So
guess.
it's-
Yeah.
That's how it's meant to be.
Zach, how did you watch it? Because you're about the only one I think that has. Then.
Yeah, I watched. I started watching with Elena. She fell asleep. I proceeded to watch a pretty sad hour-and-a-half thing alone.
Mm-hmm.
And it is very sad at points.
Damn.
But there's also just Bo Burnham.
Yeah.
I mean, like each one of his specials, besides the one that was just absolutely ripped apart by Comedy Central, is pretty sad. And even Words has sad moments and like
Yeah.
kind of dark themes. So everybody that's like, oh, it was so sad, it wasn't that funny. And I'm like, have you ever watched Bo Burnham in your life? Because that's kind of his thing.
Well, his
Not
last
very funny and pretty sad. And like that, because Bo Burnham is funny, sure, and he's got funny songs, but it's like he's never been like you're watching Patrice O'Neal. That's not his thing. And so it always blows me away when people are like, oh, and Bo got less funny and he's getting way more sad now and he's doing. I'm like, yeah, he's also been doing professional stand-up. He started doing when he was like 16 and he's been doing shit for 14 years. And he made a special of trapped alone in his apartment for a year. And everybody, you can hate it. You can think he's bad. You can think it's stupid. You can think it's unfunny. But for what it is and for what he made completely alone, somebody made a comment, and I'm not trashing any of my friends on Facebook that were trashing his special and making comments, but somebody made a comment about it was fun to watch a guy learn how to edit. And I'm like,
yeah, I saw all that.
and I'm like, yeah, sure. But also, and people were like, oh, yeah, if I had that much gear, I could do it. I saw that take about 10 or 15 times. If I had that much gear, I could
genius.
make
Yeah,
that.
no, the fuck you couldn't. No, you couldn't.
Sure, you could
And
have
it's
wrote
like
these really
you-
fucking profound
Look at us. We got all the
songs.
gear. We can't do it.
You could make an hour-and-a-half long something
Yeah.
with that much gear, but it's just like, it was fine. As an editor, it was edited fine. There's some janky cuts and shit like that, but it was good. I mean, like, from a production standpoint, for a one-man production, it was good.
Yeah.
And the content was good, and he made a lot of really good songs. And I'm like, honestly, dude, if you make something by yourself that's an hour-and-a-half long over the course of a year, and it's musical, and one of those songs is a hit, you fucking killed it.
Yeah.
It's just how it works.
I'm not gonna lie. One of the songs I did see, I've seen them both, but the Jeffrey Bezos like interludes.
So funny.
The one where he's wearing the ghillie suit, it's just simple 30 seconds and hilarious. And it's also shot while I was watching that, the fact that he has like the green filter key light and then like the red kind of laser light behind him without any bleed through. I'm like, that's really good lighting. It reminded me of like classic 1980s music video lighting where it's like, oh, you're going to have to set that up real clean.
This isn't his first attempt at this kind of shit.
Yeah.
He edited and directed Make Happy. He directed What? I think he even edited What? He directed the
Eighth
the
grade.
Eighth grade. Like,
yeah.
people are like, oh, hey, first foray into making something by yourself, Bo. And it's like, nah, he's been kind of a
He
one-man
directed
show
Chris
guy.
Rock's last special.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
He directed 8 or whatever, the other special on HBO.
Yeah.
Gerard Carmichael.
Gerard Carmichael special.
Oh, man, I love that guy.
It's just like, he's been doing this shit,
Yeah.
and he might not be your flavor. And I honestly think that most people, it's not for you. You probably wouldn't like it. So it doesn't. And most comedians, especially.
I didn't mean to sound like I didn't like it because the song I heard was very funny. It was just the content was so accurate, and it just made me sad because it was like it put a bunch of things that I've been trying to put into words, and I was just like, fuck, yeah, he's right.
So
like usual.
Question from Sean Murray then. Is Inside too sad to watch with his semi-boomer dad?
No. Honestly, I think Inside's one of the better ones to watch with a boomer parent because there's a lot of shit that they can laugh at, but they might not be laughing at it as the same reason that you're laughing at it or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's insightful and it's kind of fun and it's probably the best take from like a millennial
Okay.
on what's happening now that a boomer could probably vibe with.
Well, it's
Like,
because
he's got a song about, I don't want to spoil too many of the songs, but he got a song about like white women's Instagram pages and like shit like that.
That's a fun concept.
Yeah, and for how sad it is, it's like, bro, he's got songs where he's just singing Jeffrey Bezos over and over again.
Well,
We got it
Yeah.
trending on TikTok.
yeah, and what's wild is like he can speak. If he can speak to boomers and Gen Z, he's millennialing the gap.
Yeah.
And I will say this about like people saying like, oh, it's a sad boy thing. The fucking ending of what was his one before that, where he was in the theater?
Happy.
Make Happy's ending, not the epilogue song.
The piano, little sad boy piano interlude at the end.
Well, no, the epilogue song is sad for sure. Like, I hope you're happy. Like when that one's very sad. But I'm talking about when he's on stage, like kneeling in front of the crowd, like pleading with the crowd about fame and how literally being famous and wealthy and being extremely good at something that you love to do is not the answer. And he's like shouting it at this crowd, and everybody's like, I don't think I got it. I'm like, I've never seen somebody like unapologetically like try to throw a pie in your face. And people either were like, it's too sad, or I didn't get it.
Wasn't very funny.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
exactly.
he runs the double standard and ironic take a lot of being like a famous rich guy.
Yeah.
Really well. Inside, he makes a comment. He's like, I want to help, but he's like, should I give away all my money? And he's like, no.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like
yeah.
it's real fun. I don't know. I get all the criticisms, and I had criticisms watching it. I thought it was pretty slow and a little bit boring.
Yeah.
At points, like there was issues, but I've also been a Bo Burnham fan since I was a kid.
Yeah.
Like Bo was the guy that was like, oh, young people can do comedy too, because every other comedian was like 40.
Yeah.
So when you see Bo Burnham getting a Comedy Central presents at 18, you're like, oh.
I used to think you had to be like 35 to start stand. Like you had to be like the president's age.
I think that
it was like an age requirement for president. Yeah.
I hate to say it. I think it's just because most of us are kind of bad at comedy, and it takes us that long to get kind of good. Whereas like Bo's one of those dudes where I'm like, yeah, a little bit of a phenom, like, you know, just one of those ones where you're like out the gate funny, and then smart and put it all together early. And I will say his early work is, you know, early work. You're like, yeah, it's a little bit rough and could use some work, but like now you're seeing it mature. I'm like, yeah, that's somebody who was good then and is getting better now. And then I get if you're not a Bo Burnham fan, I don't think this one's gonna switch you. But like, I don't know, when he first came out with like 3.14 Apple Pie and all the goofy songs on YouTube back in the day, like I was like, okay, whatever. I'm not entirely sure, but this is kind of funny. But then he made the self-aware hit "Welcome to YouTube," and then I was like, oh, okay.
Well, he made that song for YouTube's thing.
Yeah.
What is what's funny to me, and kind of like I haven't heard anybody kind of make this take yet when talking about this special or Bo in general, but Bo is exactly what happens when you take somebody who's multi-talented and learns how to do a bunch of stuff and makes something by themselves. Is be like, oh, the editing was janky, or the directing was kind of janky, or the song, he's this and that, and the songs weren't that good. It's like, yeah, that's what happens when somebody who's a musician, director, editor, writer does all of the things for their thing at the same time. Is you're not gonna be the best at all that stuff. If you're directing and editing and writing and making music and trying to play piano and trying to play guitar, and it's like you're not gonna be that good at all that stuff. You just can't be.
To do a shameless plug here, I try to do that for Loaded for a Bear. I'm like, yeah, look at this hot turd. Like,
it's hard to
it's
do.
like, I'm like, it's very hard to, as somebody who's making steaming piles of nonsense for the internet semi-weekly, and then it'd be like, oh, he did that alone? That's good.
I think from like from a musician standpoint, like the one song I did hear off of it that was like longer than the Bezos songs, like one of the most well composed, like pretty melody, beautiful song he's ever written. No, the one I heard off of his new special. So if anybody's saying the songs aren't that good, I'm like, what do you like musically? Because like,
no,
he's
I'm just using it as an example for all the criticism.
Well, I'm saying if anybody made that criticism, I would immediately argue it, because I was like, from a songwriting standpoint, he's gotten like. He's like, they used to just be like silly, like verse. He's writing some like really good music now on top of the shit that he's, putting in the lyrics.
Well, Bo's been, in my opinion, like a musical guy first over everything else.
Yeah. He started off doing musical comedy, and then he got a lot of backlash from like older comics because they're like, oh, he's a fucking music.
It's a crutch.
He didn't have to grind either. He got like, he started getting booked at clubs right away.
Right,
like,
but then he did. Respectfully, and I think he might have done it just for the respect. He did do like, he got good enough to not use instruments or music, and it's like they showcase a few of his jokes in movies now, like The Big Sick and Funny People, and he does have just good old fashioned stand up, for lack of a better term. So like I respect that. Like a guy who's like, oh, okay, you think it's a crutch. I'm like, it's not a crutch. It's like clearly something he's really good at, and he mixes them together, and it's fine. And then to like, I hate to say it, but to like prove a point, he does it without music a few times, just be like, I can do it, but like, leave me the fuck alone. And I don't know, man. Let's see. I kind of want to go to the comment section because we got Yando and Sean weighing in on it. But Yando going to, he started when he was 16 making funny songs for his brother who's away at college. See, like, it's how he got his go. And then I didn't know this, but evidently he links the end of Make Happy into Inside. I'm excited to see that because I do like the end
it does.
of Make Happy. And then Sean Murray was talking about which one's the one about fame. And it's again, I don't know the name of the song, but it's like before the epilogue song in Make Happy. Which, Sean, if you just watch Make Happy.
Is it the one where he's doing like the Kanye West thing?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, yeah. The ending song.
Yeah, the ending song in Make Happy, Sean, is the one I'm
Can't
talking
fit
about.
my hand into the Pringle can.
Yeah, it's yeah, see, it's funny. But I don't know, final thoughts and then about time to segue into shameless plugs.
Final thoughts on
I think Bo's very talented.
I think
he's very tall, he's very handsome.
I see he's a tall white guy, so I don't know, 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I don't know. Bo was one of the inspirations to actually make me want to try stand up. So I'm 100% biased every single time when I talk about him. But at the same time, everything he makes isn't that great. I mean, like in the grand scheme,
Right.
it's really good and he's really talented. But like, you know, I got my qualms. I feel like at this point, I have such a one-sided relationship with that dude.
Yeah.
From following everything he does, that like, I'm like, you're a little in your own head on this part, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, you're preaching a little too much, or you're doing this a little too much, and I criticize the fuck out of the shit that I watch by him, but I
Yeah.
also will take the minute to be like, it's really, really good
Hey,
too.
here's something. I think it does hit close to home, and he, like Jake was saying, what I think of when I hear a really, really good joke that I like, I'm like, oh fuck, that person just put something that was intangible bumping around in my brain into words, and I understood it, and then I sympathized with it or empathized with it, and then laughed because they made it funny. Like that to me is like brilliant jokes where I'm like, oh, somebody really vibed with what I was thinking or feeling, and then made it funny and put it out there. And when here's the thing, when Bo first came out, I think I might have had like a weird jealousy towards it. Because he was a little bit older than me, and at the time when I was watching it, I was like, I don't think this guy's being that funny. Like, it's whatever. But like as I grew up, got older, watched it more, and then tried to start doing stand up or, you know, comedy in a meaningful way, I was like, oh shit, this at the time that kid's brilliant. And now looking at how he progressed, I do respect the fuck out of him because I'm like, all right, like he's doing something that's different, that's difficult. And like you were saying, it's kind of his own take as well. And sometimes I am like, yeah, he's a little bit up in his own head as well. But a lot of it, again, the reason I watch it alone is because that epilogue song even hit it. Like where he's like, if you watch this alone and maybe you didn't laugh out loud, but you exhaled a couple times out of your nose.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh yeah, like, okay. Like that's funny in that he was even self-aware of like how to digest his special alone. So I don't know. I'm excited to watch it. I just kind of want to set some time aside to do it. And then I don't know. I'd probably watch it with a group anyway, but yeah. Joe?
It's really good.
Yeah.
How you feeling, huh?
Doing great. How
Yeah,
are
you look
Did
good.
You get a perm?
No, it's
Yeah.
just
You should.
yeah. The perm on curls.
Yeah.
Get them tight.
All these
Here,
little white boys are doing it.
I have one thing to say for anybody that watches this or whatever, but like, if you haven't watched his special, watch it, not because I think you'll really like it, but watch it because it's the most unique take on a stand-up special I have ever seen ever.
Inside?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
it's the most interesting take on how to do a stand-up special ever done, besides probably Maria Bamford's stand-up special in front of her two parents.
Yeah, that was good.
And then like the next one, I think somebody did a special where they did them doing sets at multiple clubs.
Yeah.
It's like different takes. It's like it's not the funniest thing you'll watch, and it's not the most incredible thing you'll watch, but it is the most unique and interesting.
Yeah,
by far.
creative out the box.
Yeah. It's so creative and well done.
Okay. Shameless plugs. Joe, hang on. Joe's a guest this week. Joe.
I don't have anything to plug.
What? I thought you were becoming a doctor. That's pretty cool.
That's true. I am applying to medical school, but
Which ones?
all of them.
We got some polls.
Send letters of recommendations for Joe.
Yeah,
That's his plug.
If you know anybody who's medically inclined to get Joe into med school, make it happen, Sean.
I'm gonna dip out, so
Okay.
real quick, subscribe to my YouTube channel, but first subscribe to this one. Thanks
Okay. Smash like buttons and subscribe. Smash and subscribe.
Is it
Elena?
me?
Yeah.
Hi guys. I have my podcast. It's called Leave Me Alone. I think me and Jim are recording an episode today, so James Couture will be on Sunday.
That's going to be a fun one.
And yeah, and then I have upsetting news for you guys. Continue.
Okay.
For us?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, good.
On air or off air?
Off air.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, Jesus
What
fucking
do-
Christ. Here we go. Yeah, you guys can go check out my new EP, Ope, on Spotify. You can check out the band I just joined, Party with an I and an exclamation point. We got a new record coming out hopefully soon. And then the last thing I'm gonna plug, you can go check out my Abortions Are Funny TikTok. At Abortions Are Funny.
At Abortion King.
I was going to say, I can only imagine. That
Sigma Abortion.
Did we get at Sigma Abortion?
Sigma Abortions.
Evidently, thanks for tuning in, guys, because I think we got canceled. Is that what happened?
I think so, yeah. No one's
Okay.
watching this anymore.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Nobody was. You can't cancel what's not being watched. I mean,
we
if
don't
Sean or OG Yondo said we were canceled, I'd be like, "Fuck, they actually have some pull."
Yeah, if he came here to tell us that we were canceled, yeah.
They actually mad at us?
Yeah, if Joe was
actually
like,
mad
"You
at
guys
us?
are canceled," we're like, "Why is that?"
No,
Like
it's
Sean
not
Murray and
about
OG
that. It's
Yondo
nothing
aren't
about the
watching.
stream at all.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, what the fuck do we do?
Yeah.
But-
No.
Okay. Shameless plugs. Trevor's not here, but I'll do his. Hey, I'm Trevor. I'm competent at stand-up comedy.
Rebranding.
Book me. Yeah. So book Trevor Dress. He's competent at stand-up. I would say good, but he hates. He can't feel a positive emotion towards himself. But we're working on it, buddy. Trevor, can you?
Trevor, we love you.
We love you, buddy.
All right,
But-
let's wrap it up because I'm deadly curious about what Elena's got going
It's
Just something
Santa
that came up on my
Claus is
For You
real.
page. All right,
Okay.
goodbye, guys.
Well, hang on. I was going to do my shameless
got
plugs, but
plugs
fuck
too.
me.
Yeah, we'll be here for
check
a
out
minute.
Loaded for Bear and Free Consultation and Salsa Parlor and Lou the Surgeon. Look it all up on Google and figure it out. All right, love you guys. Thank you so much. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Oh, Joe's here again. Bye, Joe.